Hello. Hello. So, we've played the demo of this, but I managed to acquire some funds to get a couple of games during the winter games sale. I'm more used to saying summer games sale. Awkward. But yeah, I've wanted to play this for a bit. It's currently on sale for, I think, like $24. So, not a bad price. Not a bad price at all. We did play the demo, which is why it actually starts me on Act 2. But we are going to start a new game, because I literally don't remember exactly what happened originally. So, why don't we jump right in? I'll keep the other one. So, here we go. I sort of remember.
4 hours. 4 hours in a rented gym that still smells like socks and childhood trauma. And where did it get us? Other than bored? The band wasn't even looking for anything specific. We just wanted change. We wanted to see who was out there, if they'd show up.
Please no.
Well, they showed up all right.
You know, I had a dream where this exact thing happened. Except we were on stage. And naked.
We were auditioning.
Not all of us. Okay, it was just me. I was naked. I think this went better.
I mean, I kind of want to be cheeky.
Hey, we should consider that. We could be the Naked Band, coming soon to a really private auditorium near you.
You know, somehow I believe you'd actually do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a hard no. Okay, let's just wrap this up. Kaz, do you need a ride?
Just to Brian's. I'm crashing on his couch until I get a new place.
What? You said it'd be 2 days.
You know you like having me around. Whatever.
Have you heard yourself snore?
Hey, Grace, you okay? I know you've been kind of loose ends since you left college. I was just hoping tonight would cheer you up.
You're always looking out for me,
it
Freddy.
just wanted me to click the right spot.
Well, that's the deal, right? Best friends to the end.
Right. I just wish it wasn't always so one-sided.
Hey, don't worry about that. Really, Grace. You'll get through this.
Music is your life, Freddy. You're the drummer, the lyricist. All of this was your idea. I wish I knew where I fit.
I think you fit. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Man, I feel that.
You coming?
I'm gonna hang out a bit and lock up. I'll see you at home.
Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze, I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. Is the world too much, or is it just me. Everything I set upon unravels at my feet. Everything I've learned wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free.
Do any of us?
Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
Oh,
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I heard you from outside. My name's Calliope. You have an amazing voice. I hope you know that.
Thanks. I'm Grace. Are you here for the audition, or...?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Which means no, but I'm gonna do it.
Well, I'm afraid it's just me, Calliope. The rest of the band already left, so...
Well, I don't mind if you don't.
Alright, well...
With the fire furious, I have burned my tongue. Grief from all the promises, too many dreams unsung. All the steps I didn't take and paths proved untrue. Is there any path through? Like a boat lost at sea, though I'm about to with no sails, not a you breeze. Still have your life ahead. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. All things that lose their way can find it again. There is no inertia in the ocean.
I mean, I kind of want to beat punk rock, but I think, I like being kick-ass, but let's start with charming.
Maybe if I leaned upon my friends, raise the alarm, I'll call for them. Do I have the heart to trust they'll keep me safe from harm?
Wow. What was that?
Your song was just so wonderful. I had to finish it with you. I hope that's all right. I also know what it feels like to be lost. To feel as if you have no place to turn. That's why I had to come inside.
Man, I kind of want to go back just so I can get this option.
I'm glad you did. That was... I've never experienced anything like that before.
I'd be surprised if you had.
What was that? It felt like... the music was everywhere, like it was coming from inside me.
It always has, Grace. Just as it was when I walked in. May I ask you why you feel so adrift? You're so young. Surely your life is just beginning.
It would sound stupid.
Try me.
Well, I left school because I didn't feel like I belonged there, but I still haven't found my place. What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Shouldn't I have figured this out by now?
Those are good questions to ask. I should go.
About the audition. I'm sure everyone will agree you're in, if you want to be, that is.
I hope to see you again, Grace. Perhaps soon.
Right. See you then.
Man, the feels. This looks like some of the college rooms I remember. Well, more like apartments, but...
Did you lose your keys, Fred? I thought you'd be... What the... Calliope?
I didn't know where else. I'm so sorry, Grace.
Oh, God. You're hurt. I'll get help.
No. No, you have to wait. You can't go. I didn't want to do this to you. Not like this. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean? Hey! Calliope! Please? Please, come on. What is that?
The unexpected. That is what that is. The unexpected.
Oh, I can wait. Take your time.
Is that my door?
Technically, it's my door. Or our door, maybe? I came as soon as I could.
I think she's dead. We need help. You need to call someone or...
Well, I'm someone. I got called. Happens every time one of us dies, you know? She really is dead, huh? Man. So, the course is gonna want to talk to you. Sucks, but, you know.
Here's another option. I wish we could do that too.
The chorus? You mean the authorities? Are they coming?
I guess they're authorities? But they're not coming here. We have to go to them. Look, I can see you don't know squat about this, so I'm gonna explain real quick, but then you gotta come with me, okay? When Cal died, you saw a shiny thing come out of her, right? That was her soul. That's what made her a god.
A what?
It's in you now, which makes you a god. Surprise, right? With me so far? Cool. Let's go.
That explained nothing. Nothing at all. Cookies. I see cookies.
Where are we?
Sorry to drop you and run, but when an idol dies, there's like 100 different things I gotta do.
No, wait. Where did you bring me? How did we get here?
The chorus can explain. Don't touch anything.
But the
Okay.
cookies.
Wait,
No.
come back!
I want the cookies. Trauma.
Okay.
We need trauma cookies.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll just wait here and, not touch anything.
Apparently they take their time. See? Trauma cookies. Don't look at me that way. They're sitting there. It's been hours.
Our beloved sister, the last of the muses, has passed on. To you, our new sister, delivered to us by dear sweet Hermes. It's, Grace, yes?
Yes?
Oh, my, you have had quite the day, haven't
You could say that.
So Calliope is really dead. Even if she's a
God?
yeah, a god.
Yes, we call it passing on, but yes, sadly it happens even to us. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Athena, goddess of wisdom. This is Apollo, god of prophecy, dressed for the occasion as always. The wondrous Aphrodite, goddess of love. And the one glaring at you is Persephone, once queen of the underworld. Together, we are the chorus. We rule over the idols, our name for the gods who remain. All of us, hidden in your modern world.
You know, I gotta say this. Aphrodite, I don't, like, have an issue with her being black, but they gave her these, like, extra large boobs. I don't get that. She's the goddess of love. You don't have to give her big boobs. Come on. That's like such a trope.
But gods aren't real. They can't be. They're just...
Stories, myths, legends.
If you're real, you'd be all-powerful. You wouldn't be hiding or...
Don't pay much attention to those old tales about us, Grace. They weren't very true to begin with, and, well, truth be told, we've diminished since those days. That doesn't mean we're helpless, of course. Far from it. Yet, at the end of the day, we too are just people, trying to get by.
Right, and you live here, not in some city in Europe or a...
On top of a mountain? Oh, I
Sort
know,
of.
I know. Once we roamed marble halls, and now, fashionably appointed apartments. We have Wi-Fi. We move with the times, Grace. We have to, if we're going to remain hidden and survive. The mortals grow more and more clever with each passing century. Television! I do what I must.
You expect me to believe that gods, idols, have been living among us for what, thousands of
Yes.
years?
Yes,
You're
obviously.
thousands of years old.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to make you believe anything. Not at all. If you'd like to believe this office is right outside your front door, or that we are, I don't know, actors, religious fanatics, by all means, The only thing I do need you to grasp is that you are here. This is real, and like it or not, it is happening.
Wait, you said, and Hermes said, that I'm a god now too. And an idol.
That is true.
That thing that came out of her that went into me.
We call it an eidolon, the part of Calliope's soul which made her an idol, which now makes you one.
Athena, we are wasting time.
The reason you're
Persephone
here,
is
Grace,
very
the reason why we
angry.
made you wait so long while we debated, is because we have rules. Those rules mean we can't admit into our ranks a usurper, never mind a possible murderer. I know this will all come as a shock, and I'm so sorry to say it, but I'm afraid you have to die.
Well, that's sudden.
You want me to die? But that isn't fair.
I know, but consider it from our point of view.
I had to say
a
it.
dear sister, someone who traveled with us through the ages, gone.
But I didn't do it. Aren't you supposed to be the goddess of wisdom? Can't you see this isn't right?
Calliope's blood is literally on your hands.
Because she fell through our front door. And we tried to save her.
Oh, she looks so helpless. Maybe we
We should do as we agreed. Calliope's line would end, yes, but what other option do we have? Let a usurper remain an idol?
Justice has to be done, for Calliope's sake.
But this isn't justice.
You cannot hide from this reality.
I'm not hiding, though a little lost here.
If you are lost, little girl, this bears explanation. Dear child, please listen. You have usurped a muse.
I didn't.
No recourse to be arranged.
But it's unfair.
I know, but our laws cannot be changed.
But she
They should
came
be.
to me.
You must realize there are simple rules. If one of us dies, these rules have been the tools that shield
You must know I didn't
us.
do it. Is it weird this isn't song?
Now
No.
that the muse
It is not weird.
Now that she's gone, I'm afraid you'll have to see. You have to see the chorus is in a chord.
I don't think it is.
Justice won't be ignored.
I disagree.
Did I hear that correctly?
You've been quiet this entire time, Apollo. Why speak up now?
I grieve Calliope's loss just as much as the rest of you, but I can't let you do this.
He's right. What if Grace speaks the truth? What if Calliope chose her? And what if Calliope was murdered by her? What if Grace stole her eidolon?
Then we need to find out. Don't you want justice?
Oh, Apollo, I thought we'd agreed this was justice. What would you have us do?
I would say this, but I think I'm gonna go with this.
There has to be some way to find the truth. Aren't you gods? Couldn't a god, I don't know...
We aren't seriously considering this.
Yep. Yep, you are.
Very well. This one time. I put a motion before the chorus. Do we allow Grace the right to prove her innocence?
Yes.
I think so. Yes. Fine.
Hell yes.
And there we have it.
I look very stunned, so I'm going with option 2? Middle?
Have what?
Whatever you want to call it.
What just happened? Am I free? Do I get my day in court?
Yes, you shall. You say Calliope chose you. I would like to believe that. I truly would. You have 1 week to find out what happened, Grace.
What happens after a week?
There will be a trial. If you cannot provide proof of your innocence by then, oh, our original verdict stands.
Can someone explain to me just how I'm supposed to find the truth? I'm not a detective. I don't know anything about the idols.
Well, that's for you to figure out.
I knew you were gonna say that. How
Great.
did I know you were gonna say that?
We're not going to keep you, Grace. You have much to do. Before you go, however, a few rules. Do not reveal our existence to the mortal world. This includes mortal authorities that cannot help you. Do not harm another idol. Do not leave the city. Do as the chorus commands.
Wow, that's very
Otherwise,
specific.
do whatever you must to find the true killer. If they exist.
Oh, that's all?
Welcome, dear sister.
And do help yourself to a cookie.
Trauma cookie. Hell yes. Definitely need that. Well, I guess we're just going back. I don't really see another option there.
Grace? Grace?
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. You're kidding, right? When I came home, the door was wide open. You weren't answering your phone. Kaz and Brian are still out looking for... Grace... We thought something happened to you.
It did.
Did something happen to you?
When you got home, there wasn't a body here? No blood or anything?
A body? What do you mean, like a dead body?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
A woman named Calliope. She showed up and she was...
You were gone all night. Why didn't you answer your phone? I was calling and calling. This wasn't some hookup, was it? Because, you can say it's none of your business, Freddy.
Uh-huh.
Freddy? You might not want to turn around.
Why? Did your hookup return? Did they bring flowers? Are they preparing to serenade you?
Nope. Nope.
Hi there.
Who is this, Grace? Why does he have horns?
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine.
To answer your question, my dear, you see the horns because I allow you to see the horns. That's crazy, right? As for who I am, I've been known most often as Pan. So you call me that, if you must call me anything.
Pan, of the Greek gods, Pan, right? What are you, some kind of cosplayer?
The days of idols being called gods are well behind us, I'm afraid, but I assure you, I am the real article. I've come to offer our newest idol a helping hand. Or perhaps two. You do look lost, don't you?
I think we're going with the bottom option.
So we can just talk about this in front of Freddy.
Haven't you? Darling. And here I drop my glamour and everything.
It's just
I didn't get a
I
chance
was
to.
told we're not supposed to talk about it. That is.
Talk about what? Grace, tell me.
The prohibition is against revealing the idols to the mortal world. She's not the mortal world, is she? She can be trusted, can't she?
Why do I have the feeling that I'm gonna regret not leaving with Brian and Kaz?
Oh, I can guarantee it.
Okay, Freddy. Have a seat. Let's talk.
Yes, yes. Several hours later.
That's it? Huh? I guess. Do you believe in this, Grace?
Sure, but I had proof. I traveled through a magical door.
Which sounds extra cool.
I was a little distracted.
Well, I have a million questions, but I can ask them later. The important thing is that I am here to support my best friend.
Hell yes. That's how it should go.
What did I ever do to deserve a friend like you?
You sat next to me at lunch period, dummy.
Oh, yeah, right.
My friendship comes with all sorts of benefits, up to and including the tracking down of supernatural killers.
Such darling camaraderie. It brings a tear to my eye. It truly does.
Speaking of killers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You wound me, dear lady. I've come to offer advice to our newest idol, a foundling who was set adrift most cruelly.
Seems rather convenient, you showing up with advice.
It does.
How did you even know I existed?
A little bird told me, if you must know. Very useful, those little birds.
He's not gonna tell you, Grace.
There's not much to tell. Among the idols, news travels swiftly. We are a tiny village of godly busybodies.
It does
I
appear
heard of
that
your
way.
arrival, and I know how obtuse the chorus can be. So here I am. You're welcome.
So you're here purely for my sake, then? Like a charity case?
My dear sweet girl, as far as you're concerned, I am the god of charity cases.
Great.
But you're not, are you? Pan was the god of lust and mischief. Doesn't sound too charitable to me.
Ah, yes.
He's a
The
Loki
old
figure.
tales of the gods. Such antics, such fantasy. Pay them no mind.
Uh-huh.
You know, you could be the killer, for all I know.
Come to mislead you, perhaps. How fiendishly clever of me. Well called, darling.
And maybe even true.
Poor, poor Pan! To be eternally maligned and mistrusted. Alas, and alas, and alas. I doubt there's a line of idols waiting to offer you advice, Grace. But whether you accept mine or not is for you to decide.
I'm not sure. I mean, we totally asked that, didn't we?
I still don't trust you. Nobody does anything for free.
Now.
Yep.
Who said I was doing anything for free?
Here we go.
I have not, however, asked for anything. As of yet.
As of yet. Here we
Okay,
go.
I'll bite. What's your advice? I have to admit, I don't really know where to start.
Well, I'm not normally one to run amok telling others how to live their lives. But have you considered using your powers?
My powers.
Music, art, passion. You are the last muse, and all these are now your province.
When I was talking to Athena and the others, they all started singing. Does that mean that was me?
Let me guess. Music swelled as if from nowhere. Lips quivered, souls were laid bare.
Yeah, I guess.
And yeah, that was you.
Okay, but how does that help me find
Descriptive?
Calliope's murderer?
Allow me to expedite the process of understanding. Now then, close your eyes. You hear that? It's coming from you. When you sing, what emotion does it summon?
I don't know.
You open your eyes, you look into the crowd, and you feel.
Powerful.
Grace, you know that you're lost now. You've been given powers you don't understand. I'm the guy.
I don't want to exit out of this, but I want to check the audio volume. Oh, the master volume is down. Let's crank that up a little bit. It seems a little bit low. That might just be me, though.
All that you hear is
That feels a little bit better.
Wait. No, it's okay, Freddy. This is all me? What do I do?
Start singing.
Now?
Why not? Time's a wasting.
Here we go.
Freddy, he's got me shaking. I don't know what I'm meant to do. Something in me's awakened. But this goat guy thinks I'm some great ingenue. I'm doing it now, huh? I don't follow. Are those really actual horns? And this singing is so hard to swallow. Can you hear me, Grace? What's going on? Lost girls, you all love your lost girls. A rescue that you can take home.
I won't say you need saving. You're not drowning. You're
Okay, I think it's still a little bit low. Let me crank it up a little bit more. I mean, this is a musical, right? We need volume.
waving. And you two, are you dating? It's so titillating.
Grace, we gotta be careful. Has he slipped something into our drinks? Spouting crap about powers. He could be dangerous. What do you think? Sing it, Freddy, I hear you. We've only just met, now he's my new best friend. Now I'll owe him a favor. And what will he want in the end?
You're lucky.
Gotta stick with your
I
best.
got to you. There's people out there who will come for you. I've heard that you're making so much ado. You're lost and I'm trying to help.
Lost girls, you all love your lost girls. A rescue that you can take home.
I'm so glad I found you. Wolves all around you. But can you survive on your own?
What do I do then?
Whatever you wish, the power is yours.
Grace, I'm frightened.
It's okay, Freddy. I got this.
I never knew I had that in me.
Who's making this happen? This isn't a game.
You don't understand.
This has all gotten out of hand.
Nothing for Grace will ever be the same.
Lost girls, you all love your lost girls. A rescue that you can take home. Oh, you can see we're at home.
I see what I see, kid. Freddy has no idea, kid. You'd be far better off on your own.
I don't know about that.
Really? Now you're just being silly. Maybe the muse isn't feeling the gravity. Or do you refuse and, like ostriches, happily stick your heads in the sand? Grace, I could be your right hand. Freddy, you better leave her alone. Let me do what I do or she'll sink like a stone.
Lost girl, I know I'm not a lost girl, but this is all new and I don't know what to do. Should I stay with my bestie? This goat's getting testy. won't be lost on my own.
I mean, we're sticking with Misty.
Always
Come on.
be home.
I can't
Sorry
just
to break
leave
it
her.
to you, Pan, but I'm not abandoning my best friend.
That's your choice. Humdrum mortality.
How about trusting in those who love her instead of those who want to use her?
Oh my, such drama. No matter how you employ it, Grace, this is the power of a muse, drawing out that which lies within. I trust you can see how that might be useful in your investigation.
Yes.
I'll make them sing a song of confession.
Exactly so.
But only if they did it, right? I draw out the truth, not make them lie or do something they wouldn't.
Oh, you will be a natural at this, I can tell.
Eh.
A muse does not command. She evokes. She elicits. She inspires.
I mean, that's why they're called
Look,
muses.
Creepo, Grace already told you to take a hike.
So she did. Allow me to get to the point then. For all your powers, you still need a place to begin your search. And this I can provide. An address. In the city. Where Calliope was staying, I do believe.
You know what?
You have Calliope's address? You should have started with that.
And miss all the dancing? Nonsense. Now this I consider a favor. One I hope you'll remember in future dealings.
That's perfect. We can look for clues there. What this Calliope was doing, who her enemies were.
I should remind you there is an element of danger. A killer
Yes.
is on the loose.
We
No?
just have to make the killer sing, though, right?
Then I'll definitely need backup.
You'll be fine. After all, what's a mortal to do that you cannot?
I can speak Hindi. Okay, fine. I get it. I need to find Kaz and Brian. Just tell them you're okay. If, not the other stuff.
Then I guess I'll go check this place out on my own.
So glad that's settled. I'll let you get to it. I've drinking to resume. Ta-ta.
He's quite the character. Quite the character. Again, just one place for us to visit.
Oh, it's open. That's not a good sign.
Wow. Okay, this is a place.
This is Calliope's apartment? I don't know what I was expecting, but not this. Hello? Oh, sure, Grace, good job. Just announce to the killer that you're here. I better have a look around.
Wow. Let's start with the basics.
After Calliope left the audition, where did she go? Did she follow me? Did she come here?
Well, I don't think that was very descriptive, but...
Andy Warhol, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder how many celebrities she knew.
Probably most of them.
Did she paint that? Looks like it belongs in a museum.
Probably not. I mean, we have to see the
I want
Elvis
to believe
picture.
this is
right?
just an ironic photo of Elvis and she wasn't like his muse or...
Yeah, that's some wishful thinking.
Damn, look at that. That's beautiful. How do you even get one of these?
The hard way.
So many instruments in here. Did she play all of them?
Possibly. Should take that back for our bestie.
These aren't... Do I inherit these as the new muse? Is that even okay to ask?
I think so. I think so. Our bestie totally needs a new drum set.
A giant harp. Of course there's a giant harp.
Let's go.
I don't see anything useful down here. Maybe there's something upstairs? Oh man. Keep it together, Grace. It's just your average, everyday...
There were only 3 muses, you know, not 9. Whenever they found someone who made something truly masterful or created a new art form, they'd pass on their eidolon, take a new name. You see, that's how the mortals became confused. They got it wrong. Like they got almost everything about us wrong.
You're Apollo, right? God
Yep.
of prophecy?
Yep, that
One of
one.
the chorus.
Sometimes I am, yes.
What does that mean?
It means... It means sometimes I just feel like an old man who's lost too many friends. If I may ask, how did you find this place? And what are you doing here?
I mean, good questions.
I'm looking for help. To save my life, remember?
Yes, that.
Yes, I should apologize for that. Our ways must seem strange to you.
You don't need to apologize. You're the only one who really helped me.
It wasn't right, what they were doing.
It still isn't. I still need help.
I can't help you, Grace. I wish I could. You deserve better.
Alright. I think it's power time.
Why can't you help me exactly? Pan said there's no specific rule against it.
You've already met Pan? How odd.
Yes, it was very
It's
odd.
not that I'm forbidden to help you, Grace. It's that you don't want my help.
Of course I do! You have to know more than me about almost
Yes.
everything!
Yes.
My help will only make things worse.
How is that possible? I've been sentenced to death.
And without my help, you stand a chance of avoiding that fate.
This room is a mess. Did you do this?
With this? It was like this when I got here.
And you didn't think that was in the least bit strange?
I didn't think much of it. I came here to be reminded of Calliope, not to search through her things. That and it's cleaner than my place.
Wow. Wow. What is your place like?
So you didn't mess up the room, but someone must have. There could be a clue.
No, nothing that I've seen. All this mess, as you put it, is likely the result of her projects.
Her projects?
When Calliope got an idea in her head, she would obsess over it, sometimes for months, even years. I don't know what she was involved with lately, but this... for her, this is nothing.
Obviously, the one I wanted to ask from the very beginning.
Can you
Let's
tell
go.
me about Calliope? I barely knew her, but she seemed...
She was a beautiful soul, if troubled.
troubled?
She thought the idols had lost their way. She argued with us, with all of us, that we needed to change. We hadn't spoken in years. I hadn't seen her home before today. I'd rather not talk about it.
Oh, buddy, that is not how it's gonna work.
So let me get this straight. You'll speak up for me, but you won't lift a finger to help.
You don't want me to do more.
You keep saying that, but it doesn't make any sense. If you didn't want to help, that'd be one thing. But insisting I don't want you to? Why not?
No answers.
I can't do this.
I can
Let's
see
go.
this is hard for you, I really can. But I don't understand.
You don't know what you're asking.
Do I have to beg? For whatever reason you helped me before. My life is still on the line.
Hell yes. Powers activate. Song time.
I haven't sung in centuries.
According to Pan, I can't force anyone to do anything.
Phantom pains from a missing friend, feeding thoughts, thoughts that never end. What did I do? What didn't I do? Here she is, only in your head. Long gone fights, but they're never dead. What did I do? What didn't I do?
Calliope, what was she to you?
Years, thousands of years, we walked side by side. She tried, said there's other paths. Don't walk the same, never the same. I have roads I like, smooth, paved in stone. She got tired of our divide. We weren't the same, never the same.
We must charm him out of his secrets.
You held fast. What's that about?
Stubborn me, thought I'd wait her out. Usually, she'd come back to me. You see, she'd return. We'd do that old dance, knowing both there was not a chance that I would change. But she never came.
Years, thousands of years, and now you're left behind. Your mind still hears her say, break from the same, never the same. Listen to her, break from the same, never the same.
But I've tried.
Never with me. We haven't tried.
Then let's see.
Let's do a little rock.
I knew, I always knew. I can tell she's in there too.
It's true. I'm listening now.
And what she's saying,
Break from the same.
never the same.
That other voice, it'll always play. On loop, it'll always say, what did I do? What didn't I do? It's a song you can't erase, but you can make a tiny space for what you will do. Something new.
Hell yeah.
Very well, I'll help. Though I'm uncertain what you expect me to do.
Athena called you the god of prophecy, didn't she? Isn't that telling the future?
Prophecy is the last thing you need, Grace.
There you go again, telling me what I do or do not need.
I apologize. I didn't mean it that way. To receive a prophecy is not simply to be told what might happen, it's to be told what will happen. To know a prophecy is to be bound to its outcome. Only in ignorance is one free to choose.
What? That makes no sense. If you tell me I'm gonna fall into a hole...
Then you will.
No, but I'll just avoid holes. All holes, any hole.
And the act of trying to avoid them is what will make you fall. Worse, prophecies are never crystal clear. Sometimes you won't understand the full meaning until it's too late.
Okay, is there anything you can do that isn't prophecy related?
Not directly, but yes, possibly. Come with me. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Okay, this is something.
This is where you live?
Oh, yes. Sometimes. And excuse the mess. I don't get many visitors.
I understand. I totally understand.
This really explains why you didn't notice anything at Calliope's apartment.
Well, don't hold back on my account, Grace.
Hey, you started
You
it.
said I'm here to meet someone?
Ah, yes. Do you know what an oracle is?
Let me guess. Another idol?
Not quite. They serve as a channel of sorts for my powers. This allows them to offer insight, knowledge they have no earthly means to possess. There's always been one. Over the ages, no matter where I go, one manages to find me.
Meaning there's an oracle here.
There is.
Sorta?
What?
I have brought someone to see you.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a magic fortune cookie. Is that what Paul told you? Oracle's my handle. And even if I was the Oracle, I'm certainly not his Oracle.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Oracle.
Well, she's got better manners than the last lady you brought here.
Yes.
But at least that one had a casserole. Do you have a casserole?
No.
Would you like to
that's
sing?
what I thought.
I can help you sing.
Look, I'm sure he told you all sorts of nonsense. I use computers. I'm a hacker. That's it.
I ask very little of you, Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine. Don't get your abs in a twist.
Eh.
Okay, so Paul brought you all this way just to see little old me. What's on your mind, sis?
First, I gotta ask.
Do you live here?
I crash here, yeah. Better here than home.
She showed up one day, as the oracles do. Naturally, she is welcome to stay as long as she likes.
And see the way he talks. I thought maybe he was a creep at first, but nah. Paul's aight.
The highest of praise.
He'd be more alright if he did some laundry.
Yes, I totally get that.
You keep
Totally.
saying Paul. Do you mean Apollo?
Yeah, I know. Apollo, if that is his real name, says he's a god of prophecy, blah, 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 blah.
But you don't believe him.
Believe him? Who'd believe that? It's super weird, but he's a decent guy, so he can be Apollo if he wants, but I just can't call him that.
Tell me, is Apollo always so...
incredibly emo? Like a sack stuffed with sad?
Yes. Yes.
I am standing right here.
Don't get me wrong. It grows on you after a while.
Grace.
Like mold.
Surely this is not what
Obviously.
you came for.
Oh, I don't know. It's cute watching you get all flustered.
Well, it's hardly productive,
yes.
is it?
See, there you go again.
Ugh. Get a room. A different room.
Sorry. I was teasing him.
So you're an oracle who uses the internet, huh?
Like I said, it's my handle, and yeah. It's a sweet setup, huh? Some of it's even legit.
The parts I purchased for her, presumably.
Bargain for, fair and square. And I keep telling you to get me an Ethernet cable.
I don't know what that is.
It's the 21st century, Paul. And your 21st century Oracle needs her some download speed, okay?
Hell yes.
I'm looking for information about someone named Calliope. Can you help?
Oh, the lady from that apartment I sent Paul to. Yeah, I've been checking that out.
What did I tell you?
I looked it up. You could do the same if you learned to use the computer. Here, hold up, I'll show you. There. The apartment was originally purchased 2 years ago by a holding company, Core with a K Enterprises.
Oh. Oh, I see. That would be Persephone.
Oh, great.
Persephone is in the one from the chorus. The one who wanted me dead, Persephone.
Yep, that one.
I wasn't aware Persephone and Calliope were friendly. Certainly not friendly enough for Persephone to give Calliope an apartment. The good news is that Persephone is easy to find. I can take you to her if you like.
I'm thinking she won't be happy to see me.
Yeah.
Persephone is rarely happy to see anyone.
Great! We're all done now.
Thank you for your help, Oracle. Please, do try to get out from behind your screens at least once today. Perhaps go for a walk.
Yeah,
Along the beach.
sure, will do.
Yes.
Leave a tip on your way
Beach
out.
walk. This is gonna be great. Yep. Gotta love the skull motif.
Welcome to the underworld.
Wow. How have I never heard of this place?
Persephone
there's
keeps it a
Pan.
secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every night. Don't ask me how. Here in the underworld, idols can be themselves, even
Yeah.
if they don't look human.
Persephone runs a nightclub called the Underworld. It's a little on the nose, isn't it?
Maybe, but I wouldn't say that to her.
Still, it seems like a weird thing for a god to do.
We all get through the years somehow, Grace. If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
I'll figure
I'll be
something
persuasive.
out. I can be persuasive when I want to be.
I'm aware. I'm just not sure even you could sweet-talk Persephone.
We gotta try.
Is that a challenge?
It's the truth. If Persephone really was friends with Calliope, talking to you might be the last thing she wants. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
Sure. We got this. I'm sure. I mean, he's the friendliest, or they are the friendliest face we know, sort of.
Whoa, you're here. I mean, you gotta be somewhere, but you're here.
Hello, Hermes.
Sorry about running off on you back at the thing. Didn't really have a choice, but sorry anyway.
You're not much like the other idols, are you?
No? I haven't been an idol very long. Maybe like a year? I've lost track. So I'm not the one to ask about the idol stuff. It's all cool, but mostly I do whatever Athena asks. Athena says one day I'll sit on the chorus. That'll be sick. Can you imagine me in charge?
No.
Wouldn't Athena still be in charge?
Yeah, you're probably right.
That doesn't bother you?
Why would it? Athena's the nicest of the bunch. She
Really?
makes the best cookies.
I kind of want to ask
You've only been
this.
an idol for a year? How did that happen?
Probably same way it did with you.
Oh, the old Hermes died in your arms and then they accused you of his murder?
No. Well, yes. I mean, no, not like that. But yeah. I was there when he died. We were friends, and I was having trouble at home, and he helped me out. I miss him.
You knew it was gonna happen? It wasn't a surprise?
He asked me before he left. So no, not a surprise.
Yeah.
Is that usually how it happens?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, that definitely didn't happen for us.
When Calliope died, you were right there, within moments. How did you know?
I told you. I got word, so I came.
But how did you get word?
Look, when an idol dies, I have to be there. So I just know. It's a Hermes thing.
I have to ask.
To take the body, clean up the blood, that sort of thing?
Oh, that too, yeah. But that's on Athena's orders.
To keep the idol secret?
Sure. Can you imagine the questions? I don't know how he hides so well as it is.
This is probably a stupid question, but
I mean, I have to ask.
do you know who might have killed Calliope?
Ugh, why would I know anything about that?
When you came to the apartment, it seemed like you knew her.
Oh no, I only met her once. She didn't live with the rest of the idols or hang out with us very much. She seemed nice though. Angry, maybe. But I don't know who'd want to hurt her.
Angry?
How was she angry?
Pissed off. But more because she cared about everyone too much not to be. I don't know, that's what I thought anyhow. I'm probably wrong.
Interesting.
Do you know if Persephone is here? I need to talk to her.
Oh, you're serious. Why would you want to talk to Persephone? Nobody ever wants that. One time, I laughed too loud near her, and she threatened to ban me from the club. I don't want to be banned. I like it here.
Is Persephone really that bad? Why do the idols put up with her?
We're like family, and Persephone is that really mean aunt that nobody wants to invite.
Great.
Don't tell her I said that. She keeps a list. It's a thing.
Okay, forget I asked.
Whew. Man, just the thought of talking to Persephone gives me goosebumps. Blech.
I gotta do it anyways, but
I'll see you around.
If you die, then for sure. But, don't die.
I mean, that's on my plan. We haven't met Eros yet. Should we? You know what? Let's speak to Eros.
Oh, hey. You're the new muse, aren't you?
I guess I am, yeah.
Aphrodite mentioned it. Didn't figure I'd see you here, though. Oh, excuse the manners. Name's Eros, god of sex.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did you say that you're the god of sex?
Desire, really. Sensuality. Attraction. Why? Were you expecting a chubby little flying baby with a bow and arrow?
Yes.
I wasn't...
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. Spread all those stupid stories.
I'm sorry?
Why? It's not your fault. Just another grudge I get to carry around forever.
He's cheerful. I already know the answer to this one.
You know Aphrodite, right? I only met her the once.
Sure, she's my mother. You know how it is.
How would I know? New here, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking. But you hear a lot of idols talk about each other like that. You know, mother, brother, sister, grandfather. None of us are actually related. We just played a family for so many centuries, it may as well be true.
Okay.
So Aphrodite is your mother, but not really.
That's right. A long time ago, she took care of me when I needed taking care of. The mortals, they just assumed.
Okay.
These days, well, it's not like that anymore. We're not as invulnerable as we used to be. Least of all, Aphrodite.
Curious.
I got a
ask about
sex
that.
at a club. Looking for someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see it happen.
See what happened?
Look out there. See all these people. The hope, the
Total
anticipation,
boring.
the connections, they bounce off each other. To me, it's like lightning.
This is an interesting option.
And you enjoy that?
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well.
Sure.
People should find true love the hard way. They'll value it more.
You seem
Yes.
a little distracted. Is everything okay?
Of course it is. Sure.
Nothing is okay.
Not obvious, huh? Truth is, I don't come here that often. No, it's hard to get away. I just want... Nope, never mind.
Do I need to sing? I mean, obviously, that is the thing I should say, but I need information. So, let's go with... Let's
Even
go with
idols
this.
have their bad days, huh?
Bad weeks, bad months, bad centuries.
Oh, jeez.
Who am I talking to? You're the one with your life on the line.
Here it goes.
Here's the thing. I'm looking for Persephone, but I can't find her anywhere.
Well, I know where she is, but I question whether she'd be happy to see you. Look, I like you, but Mother told me what happened at the chorus. I don't want to cause trouble with Persephone.
She's that scary, huh?
It's not that I'm scared of her. Well, maybe a little.
Totally is.
You haven't been
Totally
around long,
is.
but once you have, you'll learn that idle grudges are forever.
I don't know Persephone well, but considering what I do know, I don't blame you.
I know it's lousy, and I'm sorry. I hope I can make it up to you someday.
Yeah.
I'll see you around.
Count on it.
That's kind of creepy the way you said that, dude. Alright. Obviously, we gotta talk to Pan. You knew it had to happen.
As I live and breathe, if it isn't our dear muse.
He looks very excited.
Hi, Pan.
Tell me, have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and revelry?
I have to be polite.
I should thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me. Remember, how you managed to stir the sun god from his oh so tiresome gloom, I cannot imagine. Nicely done.
Did you know Apollo would be at that apartment?
However would I know something like that?
See, you play innocent, but I just don't believe you.
Yes, something is definitely
Flatterer.
happening there.
I'm guessing it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It
Sure.
must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to thrilling music and meet delicious people. My tastes are simple.
Delicious people, huh?
Speaking of simple tastes, my glass is empty again. The service here is appalling.
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that?
Totally
dear
is.
Grace?
Totally is.
The horns, you. Do you know Persephone well?
There is no knowing Persephone well. She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
Yeah.
The things you say, the things you don't say. You don't make yourself seem trustworthy. You know that?
Trust is for the weak and the penniless.
Wow. Wow.
Still
He's
not
going
helping.
straight there.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some sort of scoundrel?
Totally. Totally. I mean,
Hoping, maybe.
You don't say.
At least you're not boring.
Grace, I knew there was a reason I liked you.
I'm assuming these hard options are flirting, and I'm going to flirt with everyone. Everyone.
You must know why I'm here, right?
Let me guess. You seek our sweet-natured proprietress.
Can you help me find her?
Earlier I wasn't good enough, but now, I see how it is. By all means, I'd love to tell Persephone that the source of her rage has intruded on her domain.
What if I asked you really nicely and batted my eyelashes like so?
Yep.
Oh no, not my one true weakness.
I could also flatter you, tell you how shiny your horns are.
All right, all right. Never let it be said that flattery gets one nowhere. Let me know when you're ready and I'll take you to Persephone.
I really appreciate it.
Do keep that in mind after you've spoken to her.
I have to. Let's talk to Apollo first.
I thought this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left instructions to thwart me. Every staff member I approach screams and runs off. I hope your search has been more successful.
You don't come here often, I'm guessing?
Never.
Definitely not.
I'm sure Persephone only sent the membership as a formality. I doubt she thought I'd ever use it.
Don't you ever have fun? No drinking or dancing in Apollo land?
Once. When I had the muses to keep me company.
It's a flirt option.
I'm a muse now. I can keep you company.
Nothing would make me happier. But you do have a predicament to solve first.
I told you, we are flirting with everyone. It will happen.
It might help if I knew more about Persephone.
It couldn't hurt. What would you like to know, exactly?
I thought she was just mad at me, but everyone seems afraid of Persephone.
Noticed that, did you? Persephone's
Yeah.
angry with everyone, and has been for a very long time. She has her reasons. I can't say she doesn't, but she does not let go of a grudge.
Yeah.
1,000 years could pass, and Persephone will remember what you did like it was yesterday.
What's Persephone's story? Her name rings a bell, but I don't...
No doubt you've heard the tale of how Hades, lord of the underworld, kidnapped a young sweet goddess and made her his wife.
That sweet young goddess was... Persephone.
Her mother, Demeter, was so enraged she blanketed the world in ice, rendering it barren and infertile. Zeus was forced to act. He decreed that Persephone would be shared between Demeter and Hades, and thus the matter was resolved.
Shouldn't it be Demeter?
Well, you asked. That's her story, as the mortals tell it.
So tell me, how much of Persephone's legend is true?
Well, let's see. Hades did kidnap Persephone. That certainly did happen. The idols almost went to war over it until Zeus intervened and ordered Hades and Persephone to wed. That quieted things. At least until Persephone killed Hades.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Sounds
Totally
like Hades had it coming.
deserved.
I'd like to say we handled it well. That Zeus and the idols were mindful of what Persephone had been through, but that would be a lie. Persephone was punished for the murder, the underworld taken from her, and we all stood by and let it happen. She has never forgiven us, and honestly, I can't blame her.
I mean...
If I were her, I'd be mad at you all too.
Then you understand why things are difficult between us.
Wait, Persephone killed another idol.
Oh, long time ago, yeah.
What about all of Athena's rules? Wouldn't Persephone have been... I don't know.
Executed? The murder of Hades is probably why we now have that rule.
Oh, good.
Back then,
Oh, good.
we heard Persephone had usurped Hades' throne, but we couldn't believe it. It just wasn't done. Now, of course, I look back and think we should have seen it coming. Oh, the benefit of hindsight.
Why didn't you see it coming? You're the god of prophecy.
When I look, I learned long ago not to.
Oh.
So what happened to Persephone after...
The murder? She survived, like the rest of us. She got older, and when we came to the New World, I think she would have left us if it was allowed. It isn't, so instead she did as she pleased. She started a cult,
Oh,
became a
good.
crime boss.
Great.
Oh, what?
It was after her last transition, but honestly, I have no insight into anything Persephone does these days.
I found someone who will bring me to Persephone.
Finally, I'll be right behind you.
You're coming with me? But I thought...
She seems even angrier with you than she is with me. I might be able to mediate.
Yes, that might be
We'll see,
helpful.
I guess.
All right, here we go. Convenience.
If you're angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me. It was I who...
I will deal with you later. I was willing to leave you be, Grace, to wait until your guilt was certain. And yet here you are, in my domain, uninvited. Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
This isn't a challenge, Persephone. I have questions.
Questions for me? Good. Because I have questions for you. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her Eidolon?
Persephone, this isn't...
You have every reason to try to prove your innocence, Grace. But I have no reason to help you.
Oh, I think it's time to sing.
You knew Calliope.
We all knew Calliope.
She was staying at your apartment.
You knew her. Better than I or anyone else suspected.
Are you implying that I had something to do with her death?
Prove you didn't. That's how idols work, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, are we getting a song now? Let's go. Let's go.
You hear that? You're in my house, little muse. You want answers? Fight for them.
Here we go.
A lost little girl. You shouldn't have come here. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends. Go home, little girl. The shadows drawing near. And you all alone, we both know how this ends. Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends.
Yeah, I'm taking the third path.
Thanks for the welcome, it's my first time here. You've made your feelings for me crystal clear. You play your show, I'll just go grab a beer. Didn't come here to quarrel with you. Love what you've done here, this place comes up well. You've nailed the theme, it really feels like hell. Guess you're not looking for new clientele. Just as well, that's a 5-star review. Let's try the easy way. Hear what I have to say.
They get younger every year. Little big shots that drift through here think they're bringing something new to the door. And you've heard it 1,000 times before.
She really loves the attack.
1,000 times before. Honey, I've heard it 1,000.
We are going all in on the charm. Let's go.
Why would I come down here and start a brawl? I'm just running out of time is all. If it's true that I'm just lost and small, why you keeping your guard up?
Now she's lifting rifts from pen. So familiar, so secondhand. What a stock dime a dozen troubadour. Honey, we've heard it 1,000 times before. Oh, we've heard it 1,000 times.
Then I guess you've heard it all before. Gave it my best and then you slammed the door. Raises the question, who else you'd ignore?
They get younger
Stay in the dark
every
and fight
year.
your endless war.
The little big
Certain
shots
you can't be surprised anymore.
think they're
You know,
bringing
there's someone
something
else that I speak
new,
for.
but you've heard it.
Do you hear that?
Calliope.
If she had something to say, would you turn her away?
Please don't do this.
You're lost, Persephone. it's not on me. Rotten too long, blossomed all wrong.
We change shape. In time, you'll see we all rot away into who we will be. Your youth wasn't stolen like it was from me.
Let me help you.
Don't touch me. I don't need help from any of you. I was alone when you know who kidnapped and crushed all my dreams till amuse. I just want Calliope back.
You overcame so much on your own. You should be praised. I'm done throwing stones. Please
I mean, I wasn't throwing stones anyways.
Do you see me bowing down to you, my queen? Underworld, I hereby concede. You wanted blood, well, there's no more to bleed. Your queen's above that. Now I get that. But can you help Persephone? Help a lost little girl.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
Well, you won.
So it appears. If what you told the chorus is true, why do you think Calliope came to you that night?
I honestly don't know. I'm not even sure how she knew where I lived. She must have followed me.
I see. All right, Grace.
Hey, Soggy.
Come with me.
Let me give you a shout out. If I can manage to actually
Calliope came to me years
spell your
ago.
name.
She'd grown tired of arguing with the idols, tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt.
There we go.
So I gave her the apartment.
Did you have fun? How was it? Hope everything went well after I left.
You gave her that beautiful place? That's generous of you.
I had it to give.
Generosity isn't exactly what you're known for, Persephone.
I felt sorry
Welcome,
for her,
all
Apollo.
the raiders.
Not that it
Welcome.
makes any difference. It's been at least
If
2
you've
years
never
since
been
we
here
spoke.
before,
After I heard the news,
Nakami June.
I went to the apartment and
And,
turned it upside down. I had to know the truth.
Role-playing games.
That was you?
I didn't find anything. Nothing to say what she had been involved with,
I hope you
or,
enjoy
or
your
gotten
stay
into,
here.
or who she might have been fighting with.
We are playing a musical role-playing game with some very, very well-known voice talent. The girl in the middle, Grace, is played by Laura Bailey. Troy Baker is Apollo over here. It is quite the thing. They sing. They have little, like, I can't even describe it. It is amazing. So, and of course, Sagi, always there for you.
So what now? Do you still think I'm guilty?
You're clever. You let me win our showdown, and that's a solid move. Calliope may well have chosen you.
If it wasn't Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death. Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
Yes,
one of us.
It was... When was that? Last Game Awards before... No, not Game Awards. Summer Games Fest before the last one. So, 2 years ago, that this kind of got out there. Though it didn't release until this year. And it had a demo earlier this year, so you may have seen it. we played the demo, and I finally got a copy of the game, so...
Does it have to be an idol? You thought I killed Calliope. Couldn't it have been some other mortal?
Despite how we might look, it's not a simple matter to kill an idol.
It was difficult enough to believe you had done it. If another mortal killed her, they somehow escaped detection. We found nothing, no evidence of a battle.
You looked?
Of course we looked. What do you think was happening while you waited? If Calliope was
you
attacked
told us
elsewhere,
nothing.
even magic revealed no trace of it.
I gotta
Wait. Did you say magic?
You can battle me through a song in a world of your own creation.
Art style.
And yet magic is beyond belief?
Well, sure. I just thought...
We have our powers just as you have yours.
I can grow a field of corn like nobody's business.
Some would say our powers are also magic, but true magic is a different and older power. Hecate's domain.
Oh,
and it was of no use here.
We shouldn't rule it out. We haven't tried everything yet.
Right.
Did Calliope have any enemies? The way you talk about her, she must have.
Let's go.
What? What am I missing?
Calliope had a way of making people angry. She could be... argumentative.
Yes, but enough to make enemies who wanted her dead?
Not that you or I know of, apparently, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist.
So, they actually just told us before you guys arrived in the raid about how Persephone here was a goddess, the daughter of Demeter, or Demeter, as Apollo keeps calling her. And she was kidnapped by Hades. And when the gods went to war over her, Zeus stepped in and decided she was going to be the bride of Hades. So, yeah, and then Persephone killed Hades. So, yes, that was a thing. But yeah, they just explained that to us.
What about Pan? He showed up at my place out of nowhere, right after I left the chorus.
He did what?
I have to wonder what his angle is.
He has one, that's for certain. Though I've never thought of him as a killer. It would be too... messy.
Still, we should consider the idea. For him to show up so quickly is... odd.
Yes.
Couldn't we go to Athena with this? If you've changed your minds and you're both part of the chorus.
Athena would be sympathetic, but... the die has been cast.
She won't go back on the edict, not without clear evidence.
Oh, now you want evidence?
She acted on the information she had. If we want to sway her, we need something better.
I have to ask.
What about Athena? She seemed awfully insistent on declaring me guilty, don't you think?
Athena? No, Athena follows the rules.
Well...
Athena has one goal, and one goal only. To protect the idols. And that included Calliope. She'll eventually drive us all mad with her vigilance, but break her own rules? I don't see it.
Alright. I'm not gonna say this. I don't quite believe that at this point.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
I told you I wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Did you now? That's unsurprising. When are you ever of help to anyone but yourself?
Says the woman who forced Grace to challenge her rather than answer a simple question.
Calliope died, Apollo. Calliope, who came with us all the way from the old world.
You think I don't know that? Are you forgetting what the Muses meant to me?
Alright.
Please, both of you. None of this will help Calliope. I know you both miss her. I know you cared about her, but she's not completely gone. A piece of her is in me. She came to me for help, and I don't want to
Oh,
die
are we
any more than
singing
she
again?
did.
Yes, we are singing again. Let's go.
I'm listening now. Tell us what end you were doomed to.
Calliope, blinded by fire, one match did you strike that consumed you.
Before it does that, I think we need a little more volume. I'm gonna crank it up a little bit. There we go.
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a fate? You are blinded.
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
You say that you knew her, she was family to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury. Not everyone seeks to betray you.
Stop this! Please remember what we are here to do.
We must avenge our muse.
Apollo, your help is not needed here. Go ahead and abandon another muse.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel
Shots
any
fired.
further?
You abandoned me to
Of
a terrible fate.
You replay your injuries
It's
till
far
it's too
too
late.
You know how far I bent before I
trapped.
snapped.
This is not about you. Enough! This helps no one.
There he is, God of the Sun.
Aren't you a queen with all that that means? Stop looking for a fight. These old wounds, they confine you. You're more than your pain.
She abandoned us.
Follow him or stay.
For now. I think we have more to learn.
Now that Apollo isn't sucking all the oxygen out of the room, perhaps we can get somewhere.
Was all that really necessary? His reaction wasn't great, but you did provoke him.
It wasn't my finest moment, but you saw how he transformed. Apollo likes to pretend he's not the man he used to be, but behind that sad facade lurks exactly the lout I remember. I'll admit the problem you present is a sticky one. If an idol is behind Calliope's death, they're clever. I need time to formulate a plan.
You've decided to help me then? I wasn't sure you would.
I've already admitted that Calliope might actually have chosen you. Don't push your luck.
Oh, I didn't mean...
You have fight in you. You've taken quickly to the Muse's powers. It's possible that she saw the potential. So yes, I'll help you. If, however, this has all been a desperate deception... Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I like this better than fighting with you. Way better.
Helping you rather than
We
one of you
must
did,
flirt.
you mean?
You seem like a woman who gets what she wants.
These days, yes.
Then I'd really rather have you on my side.
Wise choice.
I have to ask, is Athena really not an option? She wouldn't see what you see?
Big questions.
At all?
She might. Athena's no fool. She sees everything in terms of risk. Anything with the slightest chance of being a danger to the idols will not be tolerated.
Well, that's harsh.
You'll notice I no longer live among my fellow idols. I left, as did Calliope.
Because of Athena?
Athena is why we survived. I'll give her that. But her fears can be smothering.
I got that impression.
What should I do while you're formulating? I don't like sitting on my hands.
Yeah, I've noticed. If you wish to keep busy, burn down the city, start a revolution, become a terror the likes of which mortals only dream.
I don't think that's
Really?
really the option
No,
here.
Grace. Go home. Be patient. When you see me next, I'll have a better idea of what to do.
I also think we need to visit Aphrodite. Let's go, bestie. Time to see the bestie again.
Hey, Freddy. Have you been waiting up this whole time?
Yeah? A goat man sends you off into the night. Your life is on the line. And I'm gonna, what, sleep? What if you were taken prisoner, kept in a cave by a cyclops, or I don't know, turned into a tree? I was worried sick.
I wish I had a bestie just like her. Freddy is awesome.
You were worried about me? Aw.
Well, you're my best friend in the whole world, Grace. Plus, what would the band do?
Right, the band. Where are Kaz and Brian anyway?
I told them you were fine, which isn't a lie, because technically you are. Now tell me everything that happened.
Yes.
Huh.
Story time.
Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
Yes.
That's what I said. And you ended up staying with her instead of Apollo? I don't know, Grace. She sounds a little volatile.
She has her reasons.
She has her reasons. I just hope I don't end up on her bad side again.
You'll figure your way out of it. You're still you.
I am still me. That's true.
So what are your options? You need to go back to Persephone at some point?
I could go back to Apollo's as well. Make sure he's not sore about what happened.
Oh, and, there's this.
Oh,
Pan
good.
left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
Yeah.
I just spoke to him at the Underworld. If he wanted something, why didn't he just talk to me there?
Because he's creepy and wants to get you alone.
Still not a fan?
Totally
You know
true.
how some people
Totally
just
true.
set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddy.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
Wow. Now we have choices. Persephone said to wait until she had plans. I do need to talk to Apollo. But Pan seems to keep giving us leads for some reason. So let's go talk to Pan. Oh, good. Olympus is some business skyscraper.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
What is this place?
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
This building. All those people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
It is something.
How many idols are there? I've met, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know. 20, 30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
I didn't know there were that many gods.
We're not all equally legendary, it's true.
Right.
Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all. Indeed, not all of us are idols. Some are merely immortal. Hangers-on, if you will. You'll meet them all, given time.
Idols live here? I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously. Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena,
Oh, great.
before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Am I gonna have to give him my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse, darling. First, you must outlive the week.
I mean, totally true.
Right. Good point. I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here, or...?
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen, such as my glorious horns. Olympus is
And
the
those
same.
ears.
Those invited
Those ears,
see
too.
it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect. It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
I don't know, Pan. Olympus seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better. This isn't the first time you've been here. I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
Yes.
That's here? Huh.
Good one, that Hermes. Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
You asked me to meet you here?
I did. Though
Yep,
I feared you
here
might
comes.
decline, considering your rather callous rejection earlier. Regardless, my pride is intact, as is the favor you owe me, which I now wish to collect.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, sure. I'm totally in a position to help others right now. Lay it on me.
Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires. I'll give you a key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even. If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate.
Oh,
A sorceress of her power could aid your quest.
I mean,
What
she's
do you
on it.
say?
Always. She is also the goddess of crossroads. So,
This Hecate, do you think she could help me?
If she's of a mind. She is the goddess of dark magic, the creator of all our marvelous glamours. If anyone can help you, it is she.
tall orders here.
And if she's
Tall
not
orders.
of a mind?
Then she won't help you. Grace, that part is up to you. I can't be expected to do everything, can I?
This
Gotta
person
ask.
I'm to help, what does he want? And why can't you do it?
Well, Grace, there are some things you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart. One that requires a muse's hand.
A matter of the heart.
What, did you think I was sending you to rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd. The man has an issue with his love life. Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
This is gonna be hard.
So that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing trickier than that?
Oh, the way you talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Well, it's just
I
that...
trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be?
I mean,
I
that
may
is
seem
sort of true.
untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly and with open arms.
Cheerful fellow. I mean, I did say we were gonna flirt with everyone.
You're saying you can talk me into anything?
Anything you would enter into willingly and with eyes wide open, which covers a great deal. Yes.
That's surprisingly ethical of you, Pan.
I find consent wildly attractive, Grace.
What is this reliquary? Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years.
Interesting.
Books, mainly. We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself.
We're gonna have to see who this
A rather
is.
dull waste of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the chorus.
If these
Definitely need to
relics are
ask.
off limits, does that mean they're dangerous?
Some, but I'm not asking you to chase after any of that nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
But what if one of those relics could help me?
My, such an adventurer you are. It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
Yeah. She's not one to be gone
Well, think
against
about it.
easily.
But no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion. Lovely fellow, quite
Asterion.
harmless. I'll send a package to your domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Fun.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Sure. Sure. I think we're gonna get to do them all. So we'll do them sort of counterclockwise. Oh, wow. Oh, and we brought Bestie. Let's go.
When I opened that shipping container, I was expecting, I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
Instead we have... Where the hell are we?
It's hard to say. Weren't we going to some kind of library?
That's what I thought.
That's how Pan described it. He said it was a, what's the word? A reliquary?
That is where relics are kept, like magic items, like when we played D&D.
This is nothing like D&D.
Well, I don't know about you, Grace, but if a dragon came flying out of that mist, I would not be the least bit surprised.
You are such a nerd.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about Hecate and this idol you're supposed to help?
The idol we're here to help is named Asterion.
And you know who that is, right?
No. Should I?
That's the Minotaur's real name. You know, big bullhead, horns, lives in a giant labyrinth.
Pan did not mention that.
Why am I not surprised?
I am very curious about his love life after that.
This Minotaur. You don't think he might be dangerous, do you?
Well, traditionally he eats people, but he was also supposed to have been slain by the hero Theseus.
Well, not so slain after all. Pan says he has a problem with his love life.
Maybe he needs to stop eating all his girlfriends? Okay, I knew that sounded wrong the moment I said it.
Do you know anything about this Hecate? It's not a name that rings
actually
bells.
hurt.
Let's see. Well, she was the goddess of witchcraft, the really dark kind.
Oh.
But she's never really portrayed as evil. She was more of an outsider, lived alone, off in her little corner of the underworld. Do you think that's where we could be? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I bet knowledge is important to her. It could be an angle if you talk to her.
I'm so glad I brought you, Freddie. I wouldn't know the first thing about any of this.
Nah.
That's why you
Well, I
bring
hope
the
it's actually
bestie.
helpful to tell you these things.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because it could all be wrong. I would have never pegged Apollo for a surfer dude with confidence issues.
Huh. Yeah, good point.
All right.
We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then. Are you really planning on doing that favor for Pan?
Meddle in love lives? Sweet Talk, the goddess of witchcraft? Freddie, who are you dealing with?
The master meddler and sweet talker.
Damn straight.
I look forward to seeing you in operation. There's no way at all this could go poorly.
Keep up those good thoughts. Keep up those good thoughts. Oh, wow. She is a tad bit tall.
I guess the Titan thing is literal, huh?
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege? This knowledge is not meant for the likes of you. I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came.
I am really sorry if we startled you. My name is Grace. We've never met before, but, I'm the new muse.
And I'm Freddie. Big fan.
If I broke a rule, I apologize. Pan didn't mention anything about that, I'm afraid.
You are Grace?
Yes. Yep, just shrink yourself down a little bit. Yep, make this easier.
Then Calliope is dead. Is that now? I thought that was not for another 11 months yet.
Wait, what? You knew Calliope was going to die?
No, I am not informed of this for another 11 months and 3 days.
Or I could just tell you now?
That cannot be. It is written. Yes, it's right here. Calliope joins Grace's band. They become friends. Months later, there is an automobile accident and...
An accident? No, that's not what happened.
Are you saying the books are wrong?
They're wrong about this. Calliope was murdered just a few days ago.
Yeah.
That is impossible.
I don't know what to tell you.
You will explain. We will both sit and you will explain. There will be tea.
Tea? Hell yes. Hell yes.
Curious. It is clear something unanticipated has occurred, something outside the realm of fate.
Is that even possible?
It is, but I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Years? I don't have years.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
If there is nothing else, I must ask you both to leave so I may begin at once.
Is there no way to speed that up? Whoever's behind it might be the murderer.
Such threads are not so easily untangled. I must consult the Moirai, if indeed they are not the ones responsible.
The Moi what?
You might know them as the Fates. They or any beings of a sufficiently cosmic nature have the power to undo the order of things.
That does not sound good.
Certainly not. They are also not beings I can summon at a whim to solve your mystery. I am sorry.
Actually, I came here to speak to Asterion. If, he is here.
A visitor for Asterion? How strange.
And asked. He sounds large.
Oh, are we doing tests? Is that a thing? I didn't know.
Wow, okay. Freddy was right.
As if there was any doubt.
My old friend, this is Grace. She is our muse from the line of Calliope, and it is she who asked for you.
I'm here on behalf of Pan. He owes you a favor? Something to do with...
No, not Pan. Nah, never heard of him.
Asterion, of course you know Pan.
No idea what he'd want. No, sir,
Okay,
no
this is
favours.
hilarious.
Not this Minotaur.
There you have
hilarious.
it, Grace. I believe now is the time when you leave.
But there must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. Not this time.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not going.
It is written.
Did you hear that?
Isn't gonna start.
Pan sends me all this way, and Asterion won't even talk to us?
Maybe there's another Asterion?
Yeah, more likely Pan's got me chasing my tail. This was pointless.
Well, I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
I mean...
I don't know if my powers will even work on Hecate, but it's worth a shot.
Ooh, a musical number. Do you think this one could be...
Yes.
Do you hear what I'm hearing?
Oh, you're still here? I had to run the entire... Oh, that's a long way, innit? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send you away, alright? I just couldn't tell you, not in front of Kate.
Kate.
Kate? You don't mean...
Oh, that is so cute.
I heard what you said about Calliope. I can help you. I really, really can. It has to be you. I am so in love with my dear sweet Kate. I just don't know how to tell her. Please, help me tell her.
I mean,
Do you really call Hecate Kate? Off topic, I know, but I have to ask.
Yes.
Well, sometimes she has to go into the mortal world for a short time and do things for Athena.
Uh-huh. And...
Well, she had to make up a magic disguise, a new identity. And I thought she should give it a proper name.
And you suggested Kate?
Yeah, she really liked it. She said, "Thank you, Asterion."
Let me get this straight. You're in love with Hecate. That Hecate.
Apparently,
oh, mate,
yes.
Kate is... She's just the best. Like, she knows everything and she always smells so good.
Oh.
Like, she's so nice to me and she doesn't even have to be. Oh, we got stuck in the tower together because we can't live in the mortal world. I know I could make her happy. Well, I want to try. Oh, won't you help me?
Are you really the Minotaur? Like, the monster who roamed a maze and ate people?
And is supposed to be dead?
Well, my father locked me up in a labyrinth, but I never ate anyone.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yes.
Except Theseus. But he was a bellend.
Okay.
Have you tried, I don't know, talking to her about how you feel? I take that as a no.
I don't have the words. I've tried. Every time I end up knocking over a table or killing a cat or talking about how sometimes meat has that grisly texture I don't like.
You killed her cat? Oh, no.
It was a small cat. I panicked. I'm just not good at words. Right? Really not good.
Okay,
fine.
so you're in
Let's
love with Hecate. What is it you think I can do?
A muse knows about poetry and the heart and how to make words beautiful. All I want is to ask her, but I need good words. Please say you'll help me.
Alright, definite questions here.
I do this and you'll help me in return, right?
Athena made Kate swear she's not allowed to say anything about what happens at the tower. But she never made me swear. Maybe she never thought anyone would ask. But I'll tell you, even if Kate doesn't like it, I'll tell you.
If I do this first.
If you help me, any trouble will be worth it.
I'm gonna wait on this.
Hecate might say no. You know that, right?
Well, she probably will. I mean, she's Kate. And I'm me. But just once, I'd like to be able to ask her, to say it out loud instead of thinking it. I'll still help you.
We gotta help this
dude. No matter
dude.
what she says.
We gotta help this dude.
I promise.
He needs so much help.
Okay. I have an idea.
You do?
Yes.
Well, you do?
Would you like to
You,
sing?
my bullish friend, are gonna sing your little heart out.
Grace always has the best ideas.
Hell yes.
I'll set up a vibe and you go for it.
I'm not great at words. I'm more of a dancer.
Just speak from the heart. Be honest. You can do it.
You cast a spell on me. Not literally, obviously. But I feel in summary, you and me are meant to be.
'Cause you put a hex on me. You didn't do it to me directly.
I think we
I'm
might
not
need
blaming
more
you
help.
specifically, just that metaphorically. Shit, can someone help me?
Yes. Redo.
It's okay. Okay, what are some of the things you love about her?
Hecate, with you there's so much to love. Oh, I'm not saying you're fat.
Did not just say that.
Okay, hold on.
Tell her something she doesn't know about herself.
Oh, Katie, to me, you know you in rapture?
Ooh, good word.
Is your pallid skin, your lips are so thin, your love of books.
Asterion, I have but one thought. Why is it that you seem so distraught? Are you saying you're in love with me?
Yeah.
You couldn't possibly. Really?
You're doing great. Give it another go.
You've cast a spell on me. It's a feeling that's killing me. But let's say categorically, oh Katie, it's just you and me.
I mean, I gotta push this.
Katie, yeah, that's what I've always called you. It sounds juvenile, but that name makes me smile. I've always wanted to tell you. Anyways, as friends, I'm only a fraction of what I can be. I mean, I'll still make you tea, but don't you want more than tea?
Is this what you truly wish to do? This love could easily fall through. Imagine if we ceased to be. It's a possibility, don't you see?
Oh god, he's looking pretty bad.
Hecate, it could be this spell on me has blinded my eyes from what you can see. If there's even the smallest possibility of losing you somehow, I'll take it back now. I'm finished, could someone please rescue me?
Bestie, let's go.
Freddie,
Let's
you
go.
gotta step in.
Me?
Yeah, you're just as qualified as I am.
Hecate, I'd say he's really put himself out there. No, he cannot undo. It's a brave thing to do. Wish I had his daring. Well, I'm saying that I've missed out before. Last chances rushed out that exit door. I could never let my heart be heard. And it's withering. Now I'm reconsidering.
I have always counted on you to speak to me honestly. You're at my beck and call. I've never thanked you at all, and yet you still love me. I let travelers know which way to go, but it bothers me. My own path I forego always seemed apropos. Yet where has this led me?
This is amazing.
Maybe one step across the line will weave its own spell in given time.
The thought with which I must contend is, can I love my best friend?
Yes! Just decide.
Asterion,
Kate?
it seems you've cast a spell on me.
You will not regret this.
Not yet. It is written. You cast a spell on me. To think I shall have my own story.
Hell yes!
You cast a spell on me, and we shall write it together. You've cast a spell on me, a tale of romance and glory. You've cast a spell on me, but do we have enough leather? You've cast a spell on me.
Hell yes. Hell yes. That was awesome.
That was diverting. You felt this way the entire time, Asterion, and you said nothing?
I didn't think I was worthy. I mean, look at me. I'm only, half a man.
You have been a devoted friend over the long and lonely years, Asterion. I only wish I had realized sooner we could have been more. As for you, Grace, I thank you for arranging this diversion, however it came to pass.
I want to ask this, but I'm not.
I'm glad to
not.
see someone happy, finally.
That would be me.
I am also not displeased by this course of events.
Wow, look at you. Living the
Hey,
wild
classic
life.
man, welcome.
Come, Asterion, I wish to speak of this further, and find an appropriate outfit.
Hey, wait for me outside, yeah?
Heck yeah.
How long are we supposed to wait? It's been over an hour.
I
I'm
mean,
sure it's fine, Grace. I doubt the Minotaur would break his promise.
they're probably a little busy.
Say, when I tell you.
Whew. You still here? I'm sorry. Kate had a lot to say.
Everything's okay, I hope?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was so wonderful. Kate just wanted to talk about feelings and that, which, well, neither of us are good at. Right, so, I suppose you want to know how Calliope broke into the reliquary that night.
She did what?
No, we didn't know anything about that. Do you mean the night she died?
Oh, well, I thought you already knew. Yeah, the night Calliope died,
Wow.
she broke in somehow. Thing is, we know she didn't take anything or even touch anything. I just remember the alarms, and I chased after her.
Did you say the
First.
reliquary has alarms? Like burglar alarms, cameras?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It just has a lot of protections. Magic.
I don't know magic, actually.
Oh, well, it's just meant to keep the dangerous stuff from being touched. It was set off, so something happened in the reliquary. We just, don't know what exactly.
Great.
Those alarms don't go off if someone breaks into the reliquary? They don't detect intruders?
Oh, normally nobody does that.
Well, Calliope did. She got in somehow.
Well, she must have snuck in the back way. Where do you think I keep running from? Whatever Calliope did here, it was enough to set off the alarms. That's all I know.
You chased Calliope, but did you ever catch up with her?
No. If I'd have caught her, I'd have brought her back and Kate would have gotten answers out of her. All I know is that she was hurt, bleeding bad, but I don't know why. I wanted to help her, but she got away in the fog. Then I ran into Medusa.
Wait, what? Medusa? Here?
Yeah. Well, she's not normally here. I think maybe she was chasing after Calliope too.
Wow. Thank you, classic man. You are awesome.
What was Medusa doing here?
She was chasing after Calliope too, I think, but she wouldn't say why. I asked. She never got into the reliquary though. She was just out here in the fog.
Couldn't Medusa have broken in like Calliope did?
Yeah, but I chased Calliope from the reliquary. If Medusa had been there, I would have seen her.
How could Calliope have been wounded?
It couldn't have been Medusa, like I said. She never got close.
But Calliope was wounded inside the reliquary?
That's where the blood was. We don't have anything that would attack anyone, though.
So someone else.
Questions.
But they did it inside the reliquary.
If so, they vanished after.
What relics are there? Maybe Calliope was looking for one, but couldn't find it before...
Yeah, that I'm not supposed to say.
Oh.
Do you have the golden fleece, the shield of Zeus, the sword of Damocles? Is it suspended?
You know a lot about that stuff for a mortal.
So it's all real?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that. All I know is that nothing got used and nothing
Freddy
got taken.
is awesome.
How do you know Calliope didn't touch or take anything?
Kate knows everything in the reliquary, right down to the last book. She's been looking, but she can't figure if anything was touched. It makes her so mad not to know. And it made Athena pretty mad too.
Athena got involved?
Yeah, when Kate finally told her, Athena wants Kate to keep investigating, but it doesn't look good.
Athena knows what happened here the night Calliope died?
Yeah, Kate told her a day or so later, I think. We didn't know Calliope died that night, though.
What? Athena didn't mention it?
Nope. Not that that's weird. She's she's not the chatty type, you know?
Yeah, we really
She
need
came
to
in
talk
all
to
quiet
Athena.
and cool, wanted to know who was here that night and what Calliope might have wanted. She swore Kate to silence. Not me, though. Guess she's not as smart as Kate.
This means Calliope came here the night she died.
Hell
This
yes,
is
it
where she was
does.
attacked.
But we don't know by whom.
We know Medusa was here. She might even have been involved.
Yeah.
She's super scary, but, you know she works for Athena, right? I
Oh,
thought
right.
maybe that's why she was here, but Athena said she didn't know about it.
That does seem suspicious.
If that's all you need, then I have to go. Kate will be so mad if she finds me gone. Good luck, Muse.
Good luck to you, too.
You okay there,
Sarah?
friendo?
I'm just thinking about Calliope. What happened to her here? Whatever she was trying to do, she probably didn't succeed. She ran from here, dying, maybe straight to our apartment.
Because you were her last hope.
Yeah. What if she hadn't made it? She must have known.
One thing at a time, Grace. You'll figure it out. I know you will.
Man.
I guess so. Next thing is to go back to Pan. Tell him his favor is done.
What an adventure.
Sorry?
You're just lucky, Grace. Luckier than you think. You go do what you have to, and I'll meet you back at the apartment, okay?
Sure. I mean, I was planning to go talk to Apollo,
Pan.
but...
I hope you're here, because I don't know where else to look for you.
Of course I'm here, Grace. Where
Of
else
course
would
he
I
is.
be but amongst the
course.
trees and the wild things? I really must thank you, by the by. Asterion is simply over the moon, and he's already repaid me with this select tome from the reliquary.
You're welcome. You might have warned me what his love life issue was.
What was it? Asterion wouldn't say.
You really didn't know?
It was exhausting trying to get the poor fellow to admit as much as he did.
Man.
At any rate, you seem to have worked it out. I trust you got what you
Did we
needed.
just walk on
More grist
water?
for the mill of your innocence, as it were.
It looked like it.
It's quite the coincidence. The place you sent me just happens to be the place Calliope was attacked.
That is quite the coincidence. You must be very grateful.
I really don't like
It's just
how
hard
he
to
leads
trust a
us
coincidence
by the
that
nose.
big.
You have no reason to be suspicious. I know nothing of what happened to Calliope at the reliquary. I suppose the question at the heart of this is, do you believe me?
I mean, I already said we're going with flirt options.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? This tit for tat, back and forth.
I'll enjoy it if you're enjoying it.
Well, I'm not enjoying it.
Oh my, aren't you a delight? Even if you haven't answered the question, don't think
If you missed
I
it
didn't know.
when I started,
I
they're
never lied to
flirting
you,
with
Grace.
everyone.
And I never shall. If you're looking for innocence, however, well, I'm afraid that's one thing I cannot provide.
What if I discover you're lying to me after all?
You'll do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and we'll see where that takes us.
I hope it's somewhere good. Somewhere I'm not on trial.
Oh, my. You do know how to spoil the mood, don't you?
I mean...
If I can make a suggestion, live the high life. Throw caution to the wind.
That's your suggestion?
With
And why
5
not?
days
It's
to
the same
live?
as when I first met you, Grace. You can enjoy being an idol. Simply follow my lead.
Oh man. Do I have to make the choice right now? I don't think we can... I mean... We have other people to flirt with. Does this lock me in? I wish I knew. I think we need to wait.
Answer's the same as the first time. No thanks.
Can you blame me for trying? Come, dance with me, Grace. One more time before you,
Before I die? You don't have any hope for me, do you? You're just taking what you can get before it's over.
Man.
You'll want to find Medusa, I suppose.
She was at the reliquary, but you already knew that.
Yes.
You'll find Medusa at a dingy little club appropriately named the Viper's Nest. Give her my regards. But do be careful if you call on her, Grace. Medusa is a hideous monster and should be treated as such.
Alright, before that, we gotta go see some other people. We have much more information now.
Grace,
Yeah, told you she'd be back.
what are you doing here? When you stayed with Persephone, I thought that... Well, I didn't expect to see you again.
I'm not like that.
I thought I'd check in on you. The way you left, well, it was quite the scene.
Ah, yes, that. I want to apologize for my outburst. Being around my family brings out the worst in me, I'm afraid. It's why I avoid them whenever possible, and why I should have resisted getting dragged into all this.
What'd you find out?
Apollo, everything you sang about still applies, even if you got angry.
I know.
We all make mistakes.
Well,
pick
I'm
yourself
going to
up,
flirt with everyone I
And you try
can.
again, for Calliope's sake.
As long as I can.
I'll think about it, Grace. I promise. For now, you're in far better hands.
I'll hold you to that. Don't think I won't.
Alright, quick scene, but important. Let's go to Freddy.
Hey, so what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse?
Well, does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having. Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Not just yet, no.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do. If I have to hustle to become your high priestess, well, so be it.
Hell yes.
Exactly how much do you know about the Greek gods, Freddy?
I know my Greek mythology, but what I've read clearly doesn't line up with who they are today. Or who they ever were, maybe.
Still might be useful. There's got to be some truth to those stories, right?
Maybe.
I've already seen that.
Who do you want to hear about?
Let's
Do you know
start
anything
with
about the
obvious.
muses? Or Calliope in particular?
Yeah, for starters, there were supposed to be 9. Though I guess there are some sources that said there were only 4, maybe 3. Each of the muses had her specialty. Did you know that Calliope is supposed to be the muse of epic poetry? She inspired the Odyssey.
Wow. I don't even like poetry.
Yeah, it was said her singing voice was unmatched. So they got that part right, at least.
Did she also lead the ancient Greeks in giant choreographed dance numbers?
Probably.
No, but she once turned a bunch of snobby princesses into magpies, so there's that.
That's a new one.
What about Apollo?
Okay, so the prophecy stuff checks out. Apollo was god of the sun and light, but also kind of enlightenment in general. He's always talked about as this beautiful and cultured god involved with the arts and the muses, kind of a Renaissance man before the Renaissance.
He's clearly had a rough time since those days.
Yes.
Well, he was also a giant horn dog, Grace. I can list off like a dozen men and women Apollo has had as lovers, and there's probably more.
Oh, good.
Weren't they all like that, though?
I mean, Apollo's no Zeus. He never assaulted anyone as a swan. And no, they aren't all like that. Our sun god had a reputation.
Tell me what you know about Persephone.
Honestly, she's the least like her stories. Usually, she's either a victim or just the wife of Hades, or both.
And that's it? She was kidnapped by Hades, end of story?
Pretty much. Her mother was so angry, she created winter. But otherwise, Persephone was just your average sweet and virginal
I would
fertility
create winter,
goddess.
too.
You're right. That doesn't sound like her at all.
Must be hard to be defined by this one thing that happened to you thousands of years ago. I'd be pissed if everyone thought my story ended there.
Well, she is
Yes.
pretty pissed. That much is true.
Yes.
You said Pan was some kind of lust god, right?
Yeah, kind of. Pan's a god of the wild, and I guess that translates into a sort of lustfulness and earthiness, humping nymphs in the forest sort of thing.
And you don't like him.
Honestly, he's exactly what I'd expect him to be. All the stories say he's a lech and a beast. The Christians equated him with the devil. Weirdly, he's also the only god who's supposed to have died, though it's never really clear how or why. Anyhow, there's a great statue depicting Pan having sex with a goat.
Yeah.
Next time you see him, you gotta ask him about it.
No thanks. No thanks.
What about Athena? Is she really supposed to be the goddess of wisdom?
Sure, but mostly that's meant as tactical knowledge. Athena wasn't all sweetness and light. She was a warrior goddess. She was also the goddess of heroes. There are loads of stories where Athena helps guys like Odysseus or Jason or Perseus.
No female heroes back in those days?
No.
Yeah, guess not. Women were the weaker sex, which maybe is why Athena was portrayed as being vindictive.
I mean, there was
She
the
cursed
Amazons,
Medusa, one
but-
of her own priestesses. She turned people into spiders, struck them blind, started the Trojan War. It's the whole thing.
Not being as wise as advertised is on brand for her, then.
Yes.
Just how many of these gods are there? From what I've heard, lots of idols live around here.
Well, there are tons of minor gods in Greek mythology, hundreds even, depending on how you define them. Oddly, there's never any mention of the word idols in relation to them. Maybe it's like how people worshipped idols?
I sort of assumed it was related to the eidolon.
Which is a Greek word, but I think it means ghost. An image of someone after they die.
Makes sense.
Me? I'm more amazed at all the big names missing. Not just Zeus and Hades, most of the Olympians seem to be gone. Makes you think about what's been lost.
Yes.
But also, what might still be out there.
You think there might be other gods out there?
Well, there are all those gods the idols say wandered off. We don't know they're dead for sure, right? They could be living it up in Australia. Who would know?
Hell yes.
Then there are all the
Gods
other
of
mythologies,
Australia.
hundreds of cultures, each with their own pantheon. So what's so special about the Greeks? That only their gods are real, right? And all those other pantheons could be living in secrecy, just like the idols. And that means they're hidden from each other, too. Oh, they could be everywhere and no one would know.
It's like a whole other secret side to the world.
Yeah, it's cool, right? I hope I get to meet Ganesha one day. Or maybe Lakshmi?
Lakshmi is cool.
I wonder how much of those stories are true.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm giving you the quick version. There are reams of textbooks out there covering all this, but even they rarely agree with each other.
Yes.
Really? Nothing definitive?
Ancient Greece was 3,000 years ago, Grace. Not much information survived all that time, if it was even valid to begin with.
Alright, let's go through the
What are
questions.
Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
No, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a moment. They send their love.
Should we tell them, do you think?
What for? They have their own problems. Plus, Brian can't keep a secret to save his life, and Kaz is officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, you do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things?
Then where is Kaz
Ooh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cute. They'll tell us when they're ready. But right now, it's best just to not mix them up in this.
I should really apologize about the band. This kind of puts a dent in your plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so mad I could spit.
You know what I mean. Nobody could have seen this coming, sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Or two, we get back to it and the band now has the Muse as its lead singer. Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
Ugh, I still really hate that name.
Look, Grace, you can't be the source of all the drama and name the band, okay? That's the rule.
You know what I find weird? That the idols have managed to remain
love this
completely
conversation.
secret all these years. Sure, they have magic and whatnot, but in all this time, nobody's found them out? Athena is that good?
Who says nobody has found them out? The way I see it, it's like UFOs.
Okay, I have to hear this.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
do
you
too.
have real evidence that UFOs exist and that governments have covered it up and people still wouldn't believe it. Why? Because they'd get laughed at if they admitted it. Imagine the headline. Greek gods exist and are living among us. What website would even run that?
Weird conspiracy ones. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Okay,
That
that's
was
enough
fun.
questions for now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy. Time for more mystery solving.
All right. I want to talk to Persephone last. So let's go to Medusa's lair. This is obviously going to go so well.
This must be the Viper's Nest. Scariest part of town, no sign. Just that one dude glaring at everyone. Well, I'm here now. Just another day in the life of an idol.
You got this.
There you are. Man, this place is the worst. I think someone peed on me.
Freddy? What are you doing here?
What, you thought I wouldn't notice you skulking off? You didn't even bring any equipment, Grace.
I mean,
Freddy, please
we
tell
must
me you don't
flirt.
think you're some kind of adventurer.
And yes,
I'm
she
sorry.
has
Are you
a
not
mace.
about to head into a monster's lair at great personal peril? What else would you call that?
You're such a dork. I adore you.
Good, because I'm not about to let you wander in there without backup. Who knows? Maybe the stuff I know about Medusa might actually apply. Well, that'd be a switch.
All right.
Okay, I'll bite. What do you know about Medusa?
Well, you know she was human once, right? And she was cursed?
Not really, no.
Cursed by Athena. Or so one of the
Yes.
stories goes, anyway.
But Doesn't she work for Athena?
Hey, don't look at me. My knowledge of this stuff stops at a few thousand years ago.
She was once human, but she's definitely a monster, right?
Yeah, one of the worst. But you know, so was the Minotaur.
Well,
Astarion said she was scary. I have a feeling she's not like him.
Then I guess you need to be prepared for the possibility that she is as bad as the legends say. Though some of the stories also say that she was wronged by Athena and that what was done to her was an injustice.
And Athena just follows the rules, right? Do you think she actually turns people to stone?
Let's hope not, or this could be a short visit. Or a really, really long one.
I'm serious.
Yes.
Perseus used a mirror to reflect Medusa's gaze back at her. Oh, maybe you could use your phone.
Hand mirror. Hand
You think
mirror.
that would work?
Unless you brought a mirror, Grace, it's all you got.
I mean, seriously. What woman does not have a little pocket mirror?
Okay, enough talking. Time to do this.
You have a plan for how we're getting inside, I hope?
Maybe. You're here to help?
Always.
Then I have a plan.
I like the distraction option. Oh, classic man. I mean, probably true, but I wasn't going to go there. But yeah, camera phone would be interesting. Does that work? Oh. Another entrance.
Nothing in your bag for bashing a lock, I take it?
I thought this was an adventure, not break and enter.
What do you think adventures are, Freddy?
I still can't believe you can do that. It's like I don't even know you. And is this a good idea? What if Medusa, calls the cops?
As I recall, your big idea was to distract the guy at the front door with firecrackers.
They're legal. And loud.
Do I even want to know what else is in there?
No, it's probably better if you don't.
And there we go.
Oh, hell
Come in.
yes.
Oh, hell yes. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Time to split up and have a look around.
I'm not sure I would split up, but... Okay. The fuck am I seeing?
Such a long day, dreaming of tonight. This
It's very clothed for a strip club, at least on stage.
Hello, who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh, it's the muse. There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite. So wrong, so right.
I mean, currently, apparently.
I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
We're gonna go clever here.
Medusa, listen, stop, I'm warning you. This is something you don't wanna do. Tell me more about me, look at you. A prime sashimi with opinions, too. Medusa, listen, I'm warning you. Yes, keep on warning There's no rewinding, it's something you can't undo. Can't undo. It's kind of the point, lovely. Now look into me.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
But your silly mouth won't do a thing. It's meant to work that way. I call it the preparation. Yes, I could make you stone, but then my dinner's blown.
I mean,
That's why I've got this other way.
if she wants to be pissy, let's get pissy.
Into me. Oh, she's looking away. Hey,
You flipped that hood. Then out came the snakes. Oh, you're so good. Finally, some steaks. Oh, the icing. What a difference an actual monster makes.
Athena made you like this.
she was mad at me. So,
Well, why was she mad?
she said I'd been bad.
Had you been?
No. Now look into me.
No. Not doing that.
Listen, Medusa, please. Athena hides you, she's ashamed of you. But she profits all the same from you.
Yes.
If she'd done that to me, I'd be like you.
You could never.
If I'd been damaged in a way that you can't undo.
You're not a killer.
I know. Wait. So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
No.
Yes, you do know. You know. Does that mean Athena knows?
No. Okay. It's dinner time now. You're not gonna look. Fine grace. I'll take.
Just like
Oh, we're doing this.
they played me. Just like
And I won't see what your eyes see when you look at me. Don't look at me. You think that will hurt me, child? You have not done your homework.
Oh, sorry, just trying to get your attention. Yeah, I've been watching, and I'm willing to bet you can't turn me to stone before I burn your snakes off.
Hey, stand down, Freddy. Let's give Medusa some space.
Yeah, okay. I'm watching her, though.
You ready to talk?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty muse?
You were at the reliquary the night Calliope was murdered. I want to know why.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I only followed pretty Calliope to the reliquary. I never spoke to her, never even caught up to her. I swear it.
That's what Asterion told us, more or less.
But you were there that night.
Yes, yes, I admit it. Ugh, Lady Athena will have my head. She'll mount it on a pike. Whatever you might think of me, I had no part in the Muse's death. I did not even know she'd been attacked until I saw her fleeing.
This
You
is where we
followed
have to start.
Calliope to the reliquary. Why were you shadowing her at all?
I am Lady Athena's spy master, yes. Calliope has been trouble from time to time.
So you were spying on her?
I keep watch over every idol who no longer lives in Olympus, but especially Calliope. When I realized she was headed to the reliquary that eve, I followed. I had a duty to Athena.
Did you ever find out why Calliope went there?
I was never close enough to
Important
ask.
questions.
When I drew near to the reliquary, that is when I saw the muse fleeing. She was frightened, bloodied, dying.
Let me guess, that made you hungry.
I gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth. I knew Lady Athena would wish to know.
That does make sense from your perspective.
I didn't learn the truth until later. And then it was far too late.
Astarion said he caught up with you out in the fog. Is that right?
I thought he was the one who had attacked her. He is a great beast of a creature.
He killed Hecate's cat by accident, but this still seems hard to believe.
Yes.
Yes, I only realized my mistake once I caught up to him, and by then the muse was gone.
And you never found her afterwards?
I thought she might flee to her pretty home, or to the sharp and prickly Persephone. She did neither.
Yeah, she came to see me. You haven't told Athena any of this?
Do I need to light things up again? 'Cause I'll do it.
I told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
Why not? Wouldn't Athena find out from Hecate anyway?
I was not thinking clearly. I panicked. Lady Athena barely tolerates my presence as it is. If she thought I was involved in any way, if she even suspected...
Why should we believe you? You did just try to eat me, remember?
I am telling you the truth.
Right, and not at all trying to cover your own ass.
You presented an opportunity. Oh, to taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again.
Oh boy.
It's a problem. I've been working on it, I really have. I know it's hard to believe what a monster tells you, but it is true.
Okay, let's say we believe you. For the moment.
Whatever you do, pretty muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show mercy. I know what I am horrifies you. It horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed like this.
Indiscretion, huh? That's quite the word for it.
I cannot apologize for my hunger.
True.
I can only apologize that I am so very weak in the face of it.
I'll think about it.
I am a lost and cursed thing. No idol. If Lady Athena should learn the truth...
Man, the Foley work at times is
I hope you
quite
find what you
interesting.
seek, pretty muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
I'm sure there'll be many songs.
Pondering the big question, Grace. Do we actually believe her?
Hard to not believe her. We heard the same story from both Medusa and the Minotaur.
She could still be lying about why she was there or what she did after.
I don't know. Her fear just seemed real.
So the hunt continues? Great. More adventures for me then.
Freddy the hero.
Would you really have tried to burn Medusa's face off? With an aerosol can?
Our bestie totally
Hell
would.
yeah, one hint of googly eyes and...
What would I do without you?
You'll never need to answer that question, Grace.
Oh, I see the sparks. I see the sparks.
Oh, if it isn't, the lovely Grace?
You knew. Right from the start, you knew Calliope was there that night.
Well, yes. She asked for the key and I gave it to her, no questions asked.
Oh boy.
I told you I didn't know what happened to Calliope, and that's the truth. I did not. So I nudged you in the right direction.
So you were what? Just trying to be helpful? You still aren't telling me something.
Yes.
What possible reason would I have to...
Tell me, right now.
Should I start singing?
Medusa learned that Calliope was going to the reliquary because I told her. Now, before you say anything, I had no idea of the fate awaiting our dear muse. And you yourself said Medusa was not responsible. I simply had to know if I'd inadvertently, rather innocently...
Sold her out? She came to you for help, and you gave her whereabouts to the highest bidder.
I am trying to help, Grace. In my way.
What do you mean, in my way? What way is that?
Obviously, this one
The
we're
way
looking
where
at.
I don't take all the blame.
What else will I discover, Pan? I'd rather learn it now than later.
I wish I could tell you, Grace. I truly do.
Yeah. Well, let's go see Persephone. What's up at the bar?
Oh, back already, are you? It's just as well. I've asked around, called in some favors, just enough to get an idea of what all the idols are currently up to. Much as I'm loath to admit it, I'm back to thinking Pan may be our prime suspect after all.
Yeah, got news about that.
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
I did. It doesn't seem like his style. Pan has always preferred scheming over direct confrontation. But the thing is, how did he know about you so quickly? What does he hope to gain by sticking his nose in?
A favor or two, I guess.
Half the idols owe him a favor or two. No, he's up to something else.
I mean,
until I know what it is, I can't discount the possibility that he's involved in all this.
You might be right about Pan. I thought it could be Medusa, but now I'm not so sure.
So my sources are correct. You have been running around doing things on your own.
Yeah, maybe I should bring you up to date.
Yes.
Oof, you've been busy. It's good work, Grace, but that business with Medusa could have gone very badly.
Yes.
You're right. I should have invited you along.
I wouldn't have gone, I assure you.
What? Not even to protect little old me?
Especially not for that.
Ouch!
At any rate, Medusa might be in the clear. Pan, however, is not.
He's hiding something.
I want to send you to a party, Grace. One Aphrodite is holding.
Oh,
she
good.
and Eros know Pan perhaps better than anyone.
There we go.
If you go, it'll give you a chance to find out what he's really up to.
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
She and I don't get along.
Like how you and Apollo don't get along?
Yeah.
Even more intensely than that. I once said some things about her husband. They were true, but unwelcome. Suffice it to say, if I showed up at Aphrodite's party, revealing Pan's secrets would be the last thing on her mind.
Why a party? Couldn't I just go wherever she lives and ask her?
You could, but if you go to this party, she'll be grateful. She holds it from time to time and always asked Calliope to attend, but Calliope never would. You can put two and two together. A grateful Aphrodite might be willing to tell you what Pan is really up to.
Yes.
One wild party with a goddess of love coming up.
It's less of a wild party and more of a somber affair.
You mean like a cocktail party?
Let me put
Do I
it this
need a
way.
dress?
Apollo will likely be there.
Gotcha. Expectations of fun downgraded considerably. I'll let you know what I find.
We can oddly talk to Persephone again. Let's go to the party, though. We gotta hit up Aphrodite. We did not wear a dress.
Fancy party? Check. Bunch of strangers? Check. Grace totally not dressed for the occasion? Check.
Yep.
Now, if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing here.
Grace? You're here.
Yeah, I'm invited, aren't I?
I'm just surprised you even knew it was happening.
Persephone said I should come to this. Whatever this is.
Persephone didn't tell you? Why am I not surprised?
I don't like the sound of that. What am I missing?
You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right? No deja vu recollections that aren't your own?
No. Should I have?
Not right away. For a while, you won't remember anything. We call it the veil. In time, the veil will start to lift, slowly at first, but eventually you'll remember almost everything Calliope did.
Interesting. I mean,
That doesn't seem so
cool.
terrible. Am I missing something?
Well, remember how old we all are. There are so many memories, so the veil lifts gradually to protect you. Eventually, it's like a flood. It becomes difficult to separate what's you and what's them, and all who came before them.
You're saying I won't be me. I won't be Grace. Will I start calling myself Calliope?
Maybe. Eventually, most of us do, but most of us were chosen and prepared.
And I didn't choose this.
I understand.
I mean, we
Take
were
some time
fated
to let
to
it
be.
sink in. If you like, we can talk about it later.
What does this have to do with the party?
Aphrodite hasn't been the same since we came to the New World. She has horrific memories of what she endured during the war. Passing on her eidolon is a way to forget, for a while. That's what this party is for.
When you say she's gonna pass on her eidolon, you mean...
She's going to die, yes, and pass her soul on to a chosen successor.
in front of everyone?
We're here to help, Grace. To make it easier for Aphrodite to do what she feels she must. We're here to say goodbye.
Awkward?
At least for a while.
This isn't the first time Aphrodite's done this. She's held this kind of gathering before, right?
This is her fourth, I think, perhaps fifth.
So every time the veil, whatever you call it, when it starts to lift...
Aphrodite's memories return, and eventually it is too much. We gather to pay our respects and to honor the past. While she still remembers it.
This is a bit dark.
Wait. Persephone said Calliope always refused to come to these parties.
She refused on principle. Everything Calliope did was on principle. She believed Aphrodite was indulging her sadness, wallowing in it. She thought Aphrodite should try harder.
She was definitely
Was
running
a
away.
point of contention between them. Aphrodite will be grateful you're here. Trust me.
Do you support what Aphrodite is doing here?
It's not my choice to make, Grace.
Yeah, but you must have an opinion.
Eventually you will remember what we experienced during the war, and eventually you will remember that what Aphrodite experienced was far worse.
I'm curious
If
about
this is
war.
the mercy she requires, I will not tell her she should not take it.
I don't know, Apollo. I don't like the whole idea.
You want her help, don't you?
Yes, but...
At least speak with Aphrodite before you make a final decision. She's not here just yet. Until she arrives, I suggest mingling.
Yeah.
Mingling.
Yeah, mingling. Talk to Eros. Or we can talk more if you like. Just try to relax, Grace.
Sure, yeah. Relax.
Yeah.
That's what this party is for, right?
Awkward laughter. we've met Eros, so let's go talk to Eros.
Grace.
Hey, Eros. Nice to.
He's very touchy-feely.
Okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much, you have no idea.
Apollo told me. Calliope always refused to come to these things, right?
Yeah, no matter how much Aphrodite begged. Every time she does this, I don't know how to handle it. I almost want to run upstairs and demand she stop. Remind her that this never works.
I mean...
Sorry, I shouldn't unload on you. It's been a bad week.
Yes, I think we established that.
Hey, I understand. This can't be easy.
She's the one who is suffering. I shouldn't be complaining.
I mean, you're suffering too, dude.
Hate this. I'm there every day, going through it all with her. The nightmares, the panic attacks, the weeks when she just won't get out of bed. I'm there when she forgets the war's over, and I hold her until the screaming stops.
Wow.
Me.
Okay.
I do that.
Dark. Super
That sounds
dark.
awful.
And now I'm arranging her gathering again, so she can die again. And I'll watch it all again.
Is it okay if I ask what happened? I don't mean to pry, but I'm new. I really don't know.
No, it's okay. I wouldn't usually talk about it, but I know you don't mean any harm.
Yes.
What happened is that Brother Ares happened.
Oh, obviously
He missed
Ares.
out on the first world-spanning war, you see. So he was damned if he'd miss out on the next one. He found some jackbooted mortals, so full of themselves and their
Was
supremacy.
Wonder Woman the first movie real?
And he told them about the idols. Then they came for us. Took us completely by surprise. Some they killed, but Aphrodite, her they captured.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Aphrodite was captured, but she's here now. So she must have escaped.
She didn't. Do you know the name Hephaestus?
Yes.
No. Should I?
God of smiths. He could make anything, any tool or weapon. He was Aphrodite's husband, and he adored her. When he found out the mortals were torturing her, he went mad. He was determined to save her.
They tortured her?
Nothing extreme, I'm told. They were too frightened, but they were also determined to wring every last secret out of her. So, who knows how long that fear would have lasted. Thus, Hephaestus made a deal.
With the, jackbooted guys.
No, with their enemies. That's what saved her.
Then this deal is how Aphrodite survived.
It's how we all survived. It's what brought us to the new world. Hephaestus saved us all.
The Germans
We never saw him again.
captured them,
That was the
I'm
deal.
guessing.
He would leave, make their precious
And the
weapons,
American
and never look back.
forces
Aphrodite
got the
never even
deal.
got to say goodbye. It's funny, because Aphrodite didn't even like Hephaestus when they were married. She seemed to resent every minute they were together. But now he's all she can think about.
Is there no other way? Does Aphrodite really need to...
And yes,
To die?
we got a lot of people
I've
because
asked that so many times.
Sagi
She's
had
tried
her
magic,
birthday event
drugs,
today,
psychotherapy,
and she decided to
meditation,
raid us.
everything
So-
we could possibly think of. For a while, she'll deny anything's wrong. It all seems fine, and I start to hope. Maybe this time will be different. Then the nightmares begin, and the memories return. More with each passing day until... I hate it, but I see her agony. I can't deny her this.
Besides, it's an awesome game.
Maybe I just don't understand, but isn't this like suicide?
Some of the idols have committed suicide. They let themselves die without passing on their eidolon.
What happens?
What you'd expect. They're gone. Forever. Mother says she can't do that. She won't. Not until she sees Hephaestus again, I suspect.
Oof.
Not that what's happening here is anything casual. She still has to die for a while.
I'm gonna say
Maybe I shouldn't ask, but is there any way to change Aphrodite's mind?
You say that as if I haven't tried. If only...
I mean, I'm giving it a shot. I'm totally giving it a shot.
She'll ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
I can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to, Eros.
That's not what I'm asking. I believe that deep down, she doesn't want to do this any longer. She must see it isn't working. She just needs the strength to try.
I will do
Or I hope that's
everything
what
I
she
can.
needs.
I'll try, if you think it'll do some good.
I don't know if it will. I just find it hard to believe it could get any worse.
Famous last words.
Tell me about it. Do whatever you think is right, Grace. And thank you.
We got this. I would talk to Apollo again, but I don't think we need to. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. It's time for the musical.
My family. Having you all here, gathered once again to see me off, it moves me. More than I can say. My loves, my darlings, my dearest friends. And you. Oh, my dear sweet thing. I dare not hope that you, with all your troubles, might sing me to my
Have
sleep.
a good night. Wah.
Yet here you are. Yet here she is. Huh.
It's lovely to meet you, Aphrodite. Properly, this time.
Ah, yes. Poor Calliope. Such a loss to us all. I shall miss her dearly. To have come so far, only... No, it doesn't bear thinking about. It's too much.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh! What manners I have. Grace, Grace, meet the lovely mortal woman who shall tonight become the new me.
Hi, my name's Venus, and yes, it really is Venus. Nice to meet you, Grace.
Yeah, hi. Nice to meet you.
We'll both be new at this, huh? Maybe we could get together and compare notes if you,
Survive my trial?
Yeah, Lady Aphrodite told me. I shouldn't have brought that up. I'm sorry.
There will be so much time for you lovelies to speak later. Now, we must prepare for my departure.
I just want to say, I'm really sorry that this happened to you, that you need to do this.
A babe in our dreary world, and yet already possessed of such earnest purpose.
Weren't you opposed to this, Grace?
Apollo! Oh, you've come after all.
You look remarkably well, cousin.
I've had a great deal of time to prepare. I assure you that would not be the case.
I mean, I'm still
As
gonna
for you,
comfort her,
Grace,
even
have
if
you
I
gathered the
wasn't
true purpose
inspired.
of tonight's gathering?
To ease your suffering? To forget about what happened?
An escape into the soothing blackness. To swim in Lethean waters, at least for a time.
Does it help?
I don't know. Each Aphrodite before me begged for mercy. This is all I can do for all of us. Even so, tonight is not about the pain. It is about honoring the memory of what was while that memory still persists. Go, enjoy the gathering, Grace. Tell me when you're ready to begin.
Alright. Obviously, we have to talk to both Apollo and Venus.
I know all these people, Grace. For as long as I can remember, I've known them. Yet sometimes I feel like I don't know any of them at all. Or they me.
I spoke to Eros. He's pretty broken up over all this.
Oh, poor Eros. Each new successor, his hopes rise up once more. And then he watches the new Aphrodite crumble. Piece by piece. Only to start all over again. It's so different from the olden days. Once he was the eternal disaster, and Aphrodite kept constant vigil over him.
Ouch.
Maybe he feels like he owes her.
I think he's followed her into a dark void, and somewhere, deep down, believes he deserves no better.
You don't enjoy these family gatherings, do you?
Are they family gatherings? Like the sort mortals have?
You call each other sister and brother and mother.
Well, yes, but...
And you've been together like 100 times longer than I lived with my family.
Yes.
All you're missing is a drunk uncle everyone has to apologize for.
I'm sure that exists.
That would be Pan. But yes, I feel very much out of place.
That's kind of sad.
What is?
Spending an eternity among people you can't even stand to be with at a party.
Well, now I need another drink.
I don't think I'll have a chance to talk to Aphrodite. Not before, you know.
Not surprising. Surely Persephone must have realized that.
Possibly.
How? She's never been to one of these things. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'd do now.
You have two choices, Grace. Either you do as she asks and sing her to her rest.
At which point Venus won't have Aphrodite's memories yet.
Or you somehow convince her to remain with us and hope she's grateful.
Yes.
And doesn't regret it. Or get angry at me for ruining her party.
Do what you feel is right. It's a risk either way.
It is.
I should get back out there.
Alright. We gotta talk to Venus. And then it is time to sing. The singing will definitely happen.
Grace. I really messed up. It looks like I'll be doing that a lot. Lady Aphrodite said I'm ready, but I don't know.
Having second thoughts?
Yeah.
If so, now's probably the time to mention it.
I would never do that to Lady Aphrodite. I'm just nervous.
That's understandable.
If I can ask, what does it feel like after it happens? Do you feel different?
I was so scared at the time, I didn't know what to think. I had no idea who Calliope really was.
You didn't remember anything? About her? Who she was? She was just gone?
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that the point of all this?
I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it could be real.
How do you know Aphrodite exactly?
So I was working at this homeless shelter, right? A couple of years ago, And she came in with one of the older residents. And she was there in this, like, amazing dress. And she's sitting with this guy and really listening to him. Like, they were old friends or something.
They probably were.
I just thought, what is someone like her doing in a place like this? So, I just went over and introduced myself.
That's it? Just like that?
Yeah. She came back to the shelter a few times, but by then, I guess she'd taken an interest in me instead.
Your name's really Venus, huh?
The irony.
Everybody asks me that. Even the other idols. Maybe that's why Lady Aphrodite noticed me in the first place. She says it was fated to be. I say it's because my mama was a diehard hippie.
Quite possible.
Are you really okay with all this? You know what's gonna happen, right?
I saw a lot of people in crisis at the shelter. I knew something was wrong with Lady Aphrodite. She's in so much pain, Grace. She won't let you see how much. Eros called me one night desperate. She wouldn't stop screaming. She didn't know where she was. She's a good person, Grace. A good soul. She deserves mercy.
I have to say it.
But don't you feel this is wrong? I mean, you're ending your life. It's like some kind of murder-suicide pact.
I don't think of it like that. Lady Aphrodite is not committing suicide, and I'm not being murdered.
Aren't you? Your life is ending. It's being taken over, swallowed up by Aphrodite's grief.
I'm becoming part of something bigger. Something amazing. Or maybe you're right. It'll be terrible, and I'll end up in so much pain I'll regret it.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me. Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will be different.
Let's hope, but I'm gonna try to save everyone here. Let's begin. Let's begin.
I have tried so hard, fought for so long, but in the end, I must bid you all farewell once again. But before I go, I would like us all to remember the sacrifices that brought us here to this strange new world. This time, it is with the help of our lovely muse that we shall be guided.
Oh boy.
We let them rise. We let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. Since the beginning we were hidden. We held court from up above. 'Twas the golden age of reason, and I the queen of love. But a plague of hate was spreading, and there were vultures standing by. Before we fell to our knees begging, we fell from the sky. We let them rise, we let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. We had revelry and rebirth, a family all together, till 13 million marching men cut us down forever. But Brother Ares made it happen, joined their war without dispute. Now the once mighty immortals are
are just mud under a boot. We let them take our loved ones. It's what they wanted all along. We thought they were beneath us. We were wrong. We were wrong.
I mean, about that, you definitely were.
Oh, the power of the idols pounds within your chest.
Here it
But
comes.
for now I am in mourning for a love gone unexpressed. He was harder than the chisel. I was a horrid block of ice. A winter's chill that stayed until he made his sacrifice. The man that I ignored saved me when I fell. Yes, the husband I abhorred rescued me from hell. I thought it was a joke when it was said to me. He struck a deal with our enemy's enemy, made a secret weapon so my captors let me go. He gave up his freedom, leaving just a memory, and this love I'll never know is what he gave to me.
Let's see if I can alter this a little bit.
I can't believe what I'm hearing today. If your story stops there, I've nothing to say. I can't imagine. I feel like a child who grew up too fast. The goddess of love can't get
the ads began. I'm sorry.
What good is a flame when everything's ash? I can't imagine.
There's no excuse, but mortals can tell.
You know.
There's no sweet release, it's ongoing.
You know. You know.
Everyone's here to bid me farewell. Can you imagine?
I can imagine.
This really happened. I can't forgive, the river's too deep. Its reflection won't lie, so just let me sleep. I can't let go of what could have been.
Lost in a moment, lost in a song.
This one is poignant.
Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment.
Mother, I've stood by your side, now I no longer see the purpose of love when it tears at the center of me. My arrows are rusty, forget the bow, and I won't be begging you not to go. But when you're away, you leave us a broken home. And you leave me alone, lost in a moment,
lost in a song, lost in a moment, lost in a song, lost in a moment. So much suffering here. Our queen deserves mercy, that much is clear. And in the blink of an eye, lost in a moment, lost in a song, lost in a moment, lost in a song.
Maybe if we took a different path, that could have been different. But
Are you...
I'm fine. I'm still myself. I thought there'd be something more, that I'd feel her presence, but she's just gone.
Yeah.
She'll be back. But she'll also be you. She'll be different.
I'll try to be ready. I promise.
You'll get through this, both of you. Healing takes time.
Not if you keep resetting the clock.
Grace is right. I'm not Lady Aphrodite. But eventually, she and I will be one. Together, we will get through this.
I hope you're right. Before we go, Apollo tells me you were hoping to find some information about Calliope's death. I'm not my mother, but maybe there's something I can tell you. Do you have any suspects yet?
Sort of.
Calliope was at the reliquary when she was attacked, but I only know of 3 people who were there.
And you're sure none of them are responsible, Grace?
I thought maybe Medusa, but I've spoken to her and I think it's someone else.
Calliope came to see Aphrodite and I that night. She was agitated, frightened even, but she wouldn't explain why. She said she had a plan. That must have been the reliquary.
Oh boy.
She was frightened, so she knew this was gonna happen. It wasn't a surprise.
Well, we knew something was wrong, but we thought it was just another one of Calliope's schemes. If only we'd known she was going to the reliquary. How on earth did she even get in?
How much?
She used the key, the one Pan gave her. When Calliope arrived, she dropped it. Then she laughed and said she'd better not lose it because Pan won't give me another key to the reliquary. I didn't know it was important.
Yeah.
Well, there's your help, Grace. I certainly don't know more than that. Come now, Venus. It's been a long night. I'll get you home.
Thank you for everything, Grace. Truly. It was a wonderful song.
I mean, I did what I could.
So, did they have anything helpful?
I don't know where this is going.
It just doesn't make sense. Pan sent me to the reliquary. If he's involved, why would he do that?
Well, maybe he was hoping you could prove his innocence if you found out what happened there.
I guess. Aren't you the one who first said he was probably guilty?
Worth investigating still.
Yes.
Are you all right, Grace? You seem troubled.
Who would not be?
What you said earlier about Calliope's memories coming back.
That wasn't how I wanted you to find out. I'm sorry. If I might suggest, speak with Persephone about it when you get a chance. It might be good for you.
You think she could help? Persephone?
Persephone and I have our problems, but I can't deny she is insightful. She'll surprise you.
I might do that. Thanks.
How are things with Persephone? Is she helping as much as you thought?
Yeah, but I don't know why. She might still be trying to figure out what use I am to her.
All I mean to ask is, has she said anything...
About...
No, never mind. It's none of my business. Please forget I asked.
How can I?
Give my regards to
How
Persephone
can
when
I?
you see her.
Seriously. You're just gonna leave it there. Oh, and we automatically jump in.
Always so dramatic. Well done, by the way. And cheers to you, Aphrodite. You shall be missed. For a few years, at least.
I still don't know if I did the right thing.
Well, it was never up to you, Grace. The choice has always been Aphrodite's.
Yes.
She's been in hell since the war. And you were only a visitor. I remember the last time I passed on my Eidolon. 1952. I was married to, well, I'd say you'd call him a gangster. More of a thug. A mean, vicious little thug.
Why?
Persephone saved me from him. Tore his head clean off. But not before he fired a shotgun into her chest. My chest? Whatever.
Do you remember who you were before?
I still am her. Chastity, that is. You can see why I switched names. I remember being disgusted I was ever that weak. Persephone made me strong. But it never really goes away. We all have our sordid history, our personal horrors, building up like sediment around our souls. You can't let it bury you, Grace. You are the only one who can keep your head afloat.
I mean, we are going to flirt.
You're incredible. You know that?
There's no need to be facetious, Grace.
No, really.
I am incredible. It's true. It's good that you recognize this.
Okay, I take it back.
Oh, you can't take it back, Grace. I would have thought you'd learned that by now.
I love this. Oh, we're going musical again.
After centuries of cruel injustice, everybody working against me, every idol but for one, violent with apathy. We couldn't reach a resolution, but you and I, I'm queen of the underworld, and you, Grace, something seems familiar about you. Have we met some lifetime ago?
Unlikely.
Gods like me don't have too much to hope for. The rules been fixed throughout the ages. So I have forged a daring path like to make some changes. You see, we can win a revolution, you and I, you and I. I'm queen of the underworld, and you, Grace,
You're lost, little girl. The first time we met, you called me that. And now I understand. Show it or not, I see your heart.
You've got one big mouth on you, don't
Yes, we do.
you? Yet it's me who's closing in. Think I like that mouth on
Oh
you.
boy.
Won't
Oh.
you?
Oh.
You've overstayed your welcome.
Oh, come on.
Time to go home. Get out of here, Grace.
Ouch. Ouch. Alright. Oh wow, we're on day 5. I haven't even realized. I don't think I can save, but I do need to go make dinner. Hopefully it saves, like, after each scene. So, let me find someone to raid. I think we're gonna raid Pig's Cat. I can type. Alright. I think I have everything set up. I mean, we're already on day 5 of 7. So, I think we need more of this. I'm planning to play more of this tomorrow. We may finish it tomorrow, in fact. I'm not sure how long this is supposed to take. Probably around 10 hours. So, we'll see. We'll see. But, it's been a hell of a ride. Thank you all for being here with me today. Yes. So yeah, that's tomorrow. And yeah. So, have fun. Take care. And see you later. Bye.